O.O.C doing it for you every Wednesday, teaching you the knowledge and lesson just like a sensei. You can't even tell me that you can't comprehend it. Spitting the fire and it's muy caliente. Me, Roberto, Geishka, and Anzo, cutting with Valerian steel just like Jon Snow. Now we don't hesitate, yo, we do it pronto. Hit you with that 1-2 punch just like a combo. O.O.C is flawless, get over here, finish him. Flow is lava hopper, so cold obsidian, bringing you the cold hard facts and opinions. See your ass 10 p.m. post meridian.
What's up, guys? What's going on? O.O.C in the house. Just to let you know, the usual convicts are in the background. I want to come on here and say a little few things quick, real quick first before we get this started. You guys are going to get the premiere of the video that LDG set up for me. It is fucking fire, guys. Wait till you see it. I just wanted to say that since I've been in this community, LDG has done everything he could to help people. Like all the guys that he hangs around with, he's always helping us out. You know, he's always doing these things, and he never asks us for 1 red cent, but he does need it, guys, you know. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, when does it become freeloading or taking advantage of, when we're always constantly in there asking him for help? And he's doing it, man. I've even seen him like drop some of the work that he actually does for his job to stop and help us, you know. So he'll never ask for it, but at the end of the day, guys, we should be compensating him for his work. You know, he'll tell you straight up, and he told me all the time, like, no, I can't do that, I don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, I think we as people and as his friends, we should do a little bit of something to help this guy out, man, because he has went back and forth to help everybody out in this community. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, there's these guys that are trolling or whatever, and it's uncalled for, because as long as I've known him, he has done nothing to help out people in the community. You know what I mean? Help out other channels. So at the end of the day, guys, I think we should literally help him out. Doesn't have to be a lot, you know, but when you ask a man, when he did the intro and asked him how much you want, and a man says anything will help, then that shows me that he actually needs some funds. So I personally now will not ask him to do anything for me for free. I'll drop him something, and that's what I can do for him. He's not monetized, so I can't do it that way. So I'm going to do it this way. You know what I mean? If that's what it takes to help out a brother that it's in need of it or whatever, or putting in his work to help us out and make our channels better, then we should do the same for him. But with that being said, guys, you know, I do appreciate this. I am going to show this intro. Josh and Roberto seen some of it. Shit, I froze up. Josh and Roberto seen some of it, but they haven't seen the finished product. Roberto hasn't seen any of it. So I'm going to do it now. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Fucking fire.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. No words. Goosebumps. Goosebumps all over.
And hey, man.
Yeah, go ahead,
All
Josh.
I
Go
can
ahead, Josh.
say is some guys look like they did a studio shot. I'm just saying. But that shit was fire. That shit was fire,
definitely.
yo. I
Definitely.
think I held my breath through that whole shit because, like you said, I didn't see nothing. At least you guys saw a bit of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
No,
was
that was
nice.
well done.
We got to fucking
Good job.
represent with an intro like that. LDG,
That's
Well, I was
much
gonna
love and
say,
respect, yo.
I'm sure we'll
that's
talk about it.
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sure we'll talk about it in the backstage. I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed recently with this new job and new extra money. That's why I try to help you out, Anzo. I try to help Danny out with the super chats. We'll talk about it, man. You know, maybe we could do something for LDG. I'm definitely down to help out. You know, yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Listen.
he's getting paid for that. I'm not even like.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. I'm like, yo, I'm dropping you something for this, bro, because that shit was fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it, man. Definitely.
I need this guy to do something for me because this subscription shit that I'm trying to do with, you know, trying to get to 101. I might forget that I'm trying to do something at the rate I'm going at. So it's like LDG, I got some money that I'm gonna put to good use instead of buying mics that I don't use and lights that don't work. I'm gonna give you that shit, and you got to put something nice together for me. And I gotta do something if I get something like that in front, man.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. I mean, he'll definitely do it. And like I said, that's what I was saying, man. Like this guy just helps out people and shit. So yeah, guys, don't think I'm paying him for that. Absolutely, 100%. So
I would have threw some hockey pictures in there and shit. If I knew you were doing all that.
Well,
it's all good.
I just took mine in front of a fucking white wall. Your picture
You look
looks
like you're in
fire,
a
bro.
fucking studio. You look like you're in a fucking studio. Like the lighting. Did you
what
get
I
some
said.
app touch on that? I'm like, look at Enzo. I said,
like
yo,
it.
do we do like a shoulder up and shit? He's like, yeah. Like I figure we're all just, you know, I look at yours and I'm like, hey.
I'm in
the back airbrushing that shit.
You know what I mean? Like fucking entertainment tonight. But props to you, man. Looks nice. Real nice.
Yeah, it does, man. I do appreciate that. You know, the work you put in for that. So,
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm like, this is the intro, guys. Like, this is the intro. The song, I don't know if I want to keep the song because it goes good with the intro and everything, but the copyrights. But I mean, at the end of the day,
what song?
Could I say something? The song was nice, but that beat that we had the last two shows, the one that Danny asked you about, that beat to me is fire. Be fire for a long time.
Definitely.
Yeah, that beat is fire, and there's
and
no
if you don't use it, I'm
that,
gonna tax it.
Hey,
LDG, you got a soundtrack on that?
LDG, you also amplified my thing that I did, man. That you made it sound 1,000 times better. So yeah, man.
You did.
That was nice too. That was really nice too, Josh. Props to you too,
guys.
bro.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Talented people here.
Yeah.
we try. So now
got
what
the
we're
model,
gonna do?
the model, the hip hop style,
no,
and the weightlifter.
This guy's the model.
Josh was like, what's going on?
Oh yeah.
I see you. I see you.
Fresh cut
Money's good. Money's good.
Money's good, man.
Yeah. Josh be coming on here every Wednesday with a fresh cut, eh? He be like,
he's getting fresh every show.
And
you notice that, huh?
Anzo, I'm taking a page out of your book and my barber's book. They were both telling me, get some sneaker action. So I got some sneaker action.
I see.
I got some other ones too. I got to put up there too on the post. I don't like LeBron, but you know what? That man has some good shoes, man. That's what I gotta say. Yeah.
You know what? You got a nice fade and everything going
Thanks,
on there,
man.
Josh. But the only thing you're missing is some eyewear and a cap, bruh, and then you're fitted with all three of us. You know what I mean?
I know.
But you want to be the opposite American. We understand. This is how Canada rolls.
Yeah.
We represent the way we represent, you know?
And you know, this guy don't want to mess up that nice haircut by putting on a hat. You know what I mean? He's like, nah.
He can bring it right down to the fade so we can still see it.
About
you know what I mean? And it won't be mashed up here because
man.
It's just a bit high, the clearance in the cap. I see that shit. But go ahead, Anzo. What's going on?
Yeah, first off, I want to say what's up to the people in the chat. Caleb Flash is in the house.
Respect.
Mama Bear is in the house. Yvette is in the house. Dandelion, King David. Thank you guys for all joining us and commenting. But you guys know how we do. Go around the panel so you can talk about your channels. Roberto.
I know I saw LDG up in here, man.
Guys, send him the chicken.
I appreciate it. Mads, could you do me a favor, Mads, and just, show the nation what I represent?
Crickets, baby, crickets. Hey, what's up, Devon? How you doing?
Well, you can find me here Wednesday night with the boys, as you know. If you're not here, thank you very much, Mads Mama Bear.
Commodore.
You can find us Saturday on Square One. It's been a minute, but that's where it started for me, at least. So I always got to pay respects to him.
Absolutely. And we'll get back to that. I know Danny's been working pretty hard doing so when he's
got to pay them bills.
Absolutely. Gaishka.
Yeah, man.
Tell the people about your channel, sir.
Like Roberto just said, you got to start out on Square One. I got my start right here with that pretty fire first appearance, I think. And after that, Danny welcomed me onto his show and just Chris and picked up momentum.
Of course, I'm like third, fourth, fifth down line. What the fuck, man? I should be at least like 2.5. I mean,
wow.
Like I said, and Chris. And you can find me on Danny's channel for the Falcon Winter Soldier on Sundays. We're gonna have that last episode. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to see it. Mondays, Chaotic Conversation on the Chaos Central. Again on Chaos Central on Tuesday at 9 p.m. for the Chaos List. And then again Wednesday for Chaos Centrals, 9 p.m. the Rule of 3. Then 10 p.m. right here where it all started for me. So yeah.
Excellent.
Bless, brother.
Commodore Ty, welcome. Quentin, what is up, brother? Glad you could.
Is that Q?
Q.
That's Q in the house. Yes, he is. What's up, Quentin?
You know what? It should be like a QW49, and then I would know it's him.
Josh, you're up next, brother. Go ahead.
Yo, movie aficionados, love you guys 3000. I'm here on the O.O.C, man, every Wednesday. I'm usually busy throughout the week, but I'm making sure, as of now, that I got to come on the show. Now, after that intro, man, now I'm like locked in, dude. You're gonna wind up cutting me out of the intro if I leave. So
you got that right. A little more airtime for us up on there because of the change of attire.
It's gonna be Canada. It's gonna be all Canada. So somebody has to represent.
And it'd be pretty easy to do it. Just be LDG.
Oh no. I love this show, man.
Josh, it would no longer be that; it'd be that.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Good shit. No, but man, I love the show, man, and I put my little daily videos up. I did a lot of reviews Sunday. I got to watch some movies, so I'm slowly getting back into the fold. It is what it is, man. But here I am, though. Let's do it. I'm ready for this.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, Mr. Chris Knight. What's up, brother? Glad you can make it. Tell the people about the channel, sir.
It's Real Review 3000. This week we just did the Unmasking the Masked Singer. Basically, my son went to get shipped off yesterday, and I just got the phone call about 10 minutes ago that sounded like a robot had taken over his body. Dad, this is your son. I have arrived where we will be quarantined for approximately 2 weeks, at which time I will then be transferred to Great Lakes for boot camp. I will only be able to write you. That will be our primary form of communication until I graduate. Damn. And I said, love you, son. And he didn't even say a word after that. I mean, he didn't even say, love you too, Dad. No, they just, and I was like, that's how you do it. So he made it to where he's going. It's a bittersweet thing, but in 2 months I'll be able to salute my son, and we can talk about everything that he's gone through. So that's why I took the week off. And to you, Anzo, Gaiskar, Danny, anybody who knows what's going on, and anybody who normally does shows with me, I just appreciate you guys all being cool and taking the week off, because I don't like missing shows. I prefer to take a week off and not miss a show. But I appreciate you guys doing that for me because the past 3 days have just been going by like a blur. So, but yeah, sorry, I talked a little longer than I needed to.
It's all good, man. Don't worry, we're a team, man. That's how we do it. You know what I mean?
This gives me more to think about.
Thank
what
you.
I gotta say.
So now we're gonna get into the topic, the show. You know, getting shit off our chest. I'm gonna start off with Josh tonight because Josh had something to talk about. So, Josh, what do you have to get off your chest, brother?
Dear Christ, man. Oh, man. Well, let me give some backstory and background. So all of us, man, we're trying to get our channels up. We're trying to get our channels to, 100, 1,000, 2,000, whatever it is, respectively. Imagine having 2 million subscribers, man. Imagine that. Could you imagine that? Now, hopefully one day, very soon we will, man. And then imagine throwing it all away for some stupid shit, man. Some sick shit. I want to talk about the EDP situation. And if you guys aren't familiar, EDP 445, he's a YouTuber. He has about 2 million, or he had about 2 million subscribers. I think he tried to get rid of his channel today. He got caught trying to talk to a 13-year-old girl, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, are you... And this isn't the first time he did it either. This is like the 5th or 6th time he was accused before. And somehow his followers stayed. His followers defended him. There's no defending this. So there are these channels. They're like predator hunter channels. They're similar to like To Catch a Predator, Chris Hansen. There's a whole bunch. Dads Against Predators, Predator Poachers, et cetera, et cetera. Predator poachers, they pose as a decoy, they pose as a 13-year-old girl, and they just get people in these sites like Bumble and whatever it is. I don't even know what the sites are. And then they meet up with them. They expose them. Sometimes they get their license plate. They put all the information out there. And they fucking expose these guys, which is, it's good. It's bittersweet. I always say that's like a paradox for me because there's so many of these guys every day that show up on these channels. And it's like, yeah, at one point, like, it's good. We're exposing them. We're like getting them out there, like, like putting them out there. But on the other hand, there's so many of them. And this is like the worst part because this guy with that type of influence and that type of reach, how many kids watch his show, man? How many kids? Yeah.
That's the thing with the video. They were like, yo, well, how many kids do you have following you? And how many times have you did this? And this guy like really like incriminated himself. He was like, oh, well, it's not the first time. Well, then he said 2, then he said 5, then he said 6. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm not telling you to lie per se, but you've already been caught. Shut the fuck up. It's bad enough. You don't need to make us start thinking, what the hell, dude?
I'm glad he exposed himself, man. Good.
He was just topping it all on top and making things like he was digging his own grave.
I'm also glad you guys watched the video. Thank you for watching the video. I didn't think,
I couldn't watch all of it, man, because I don't think this guy's like, in the beginning, I don't even think he was taking this shit serious.
He wasn't. Because at the beginning of the video, he's like, oh, this is an interview. And then he's talking to them like blah, 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 blah. And then towards the end where they're like, okay, they're going to call the cops. That's when he's like, oh, man, you guys are really going to do this? I'm like, yeah, they're going to fucking do it. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Not even that. And one party goes, are you guys police officers? And they go to him, no. And he continues talking, the fucking idiot. Says I should go to fucking jail. Not only because of what he did, because he's a dumbass.
Right. Absolutely. I'm like, what the fuck? I would have been like, yo, get the fuck out of my face. You understand? You trying to cover up your face and run and shit. He's just well, he
it's
probably couldn't.
Pretty evident this guy got a legal aid lawyer. He don't got a lawyer. Because the first thing they tell him is to shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
even if they are cops.
So my brother Anzo, I have to ask you, man, because you're monetized, man. Like, you know how it is. You got how many subs now? Are you up to 2,000?
1,100.
1,100, and you're getting super chats, you're getting monetized at 1,100. Imagine how much money you'd make at 2 million, 0.2 something. Imagine what this guy is risking and throwing away for fucking. And he was an idiot before that. The first video I saw with him, I was telling you guys, he does like shock value Philadelphia Eagles stuff, where it's like he'll take the Cowboys flag, wipe his ass with it. He made fun of Dak Prescott the second that he had the injury. Awful stuff. He says the N-word all the time. He's like just a clown, just trying to do shock value stuff. And yeah, man, but I mean, these people are paying your bills. Like, you're risking all the shit that you have for that. That means you have a sickness, man. You need to go to fucking therapy. You definitely need to go to jail. You need to go to jail.
Absolutely.
You need to go to fucking therapy.
They actually told him, sorry, Chris, just one more thing. They actually told him that he had like so many subscribers and like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? And I'm just like, that's crazy. Well, Danny came in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Johnny. LeBron's what the hell? Phantom zone him now.
Yo, they look nice, man. And I don't like LeBron, but they look nice, dude. Right? Lonzo or no? You don't like him?
No, I'm down with that. I like Jordan. I like Jordan shoes, but I'm not really.
All right. So you want to ask what the hell with EDP 445. So here's the thing. And I can tell you right now, because of my numbers, that these numbers are off because I've made more than it says I've made being monetized. But okay. This is his rank on Social Blade. People rank. He is the 904th person as far as Social Blade is concerned. That means under 1,000 people. So if however many people are on Social Blade, if they're 50,000, he is 904th. That's crazy on that number. He is as country rank. He is the 2,439th ranked. And I'll tell you right now, my number is in the 200,000s on that one.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that.
Yeah. Okay. So now this is funny. Total subscribers weekly. Notice the last bit. He's lost 110,000 subscribers from April 14th to April 20th.
Since this shit came out.
It's going. But here's the thing. This is his monthly right here. Between $892 to $14,300.
Yeah, but Chris, he's actually getting rid of his channel completely. He did this video. No, he's getting rid of it.
All I'm saying though is this is what he was making. It said he could be making up to $171,000 a year.
That is crazy.
I wouldn't have to work. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This will give you an idea how much I get paid. I could make a quarter of that and easily live without working.
Yeah.
So that it does beg the question. That's true sickness. That is because, okay, let's be honest. If I see somebody online and I'm like, okay, hey, yeah, maybe I'll go meet them. Let's say something's a little hinky, a little weird. I start looking into it. If I don't feel comfortable, I think, okay, I got kids. I got a job. I got cars, I got this, I got that. If I fuck up and it were to be, let's just say underage, which has never even come close to me, but if it were like that, the first things that come through my head in any situation is kids, my job, all this stuff. My mom, my dad's dead. My mom would just be crushed if something like that happened.
From the perspective of a normal person, you're talking about.
Well, and maybe that's the problem. Is I think like a normal person. I'm like, well, hell, I gotta go through this group of things. Man, that it boggles the mind that is out of the framework thought for him.
Well, obviously he has a sickness. That's 100%. My other thing is what I keep fucking saying is, where the hell is that the parents of that 13-year-old? Why the fuck are they not screening their shit?
I think it was a setup, though. I think
that was a decoy.
They were a
setup.
That guy Alex, the big guy, he's the guy who would propose and set up the profile. That's what these channels do. They set up.
Don't get me started on that because.
But they're always baited into it. It's never actually. I mean, the ones that they catch actually doing it, they're in big rings and they're powerful people. And there's a lot of research done to catch those guys. But these guys, I mean, they're like the ones, if you were fishing, you would contemplate throwing back. But there's so many of them. Yeah. There's so fucking many of them. That's what's scary, man. That's what's scary. More scary than sad, I'm sorry to say, Chris.
And what's scary is that everybody knew who he was. But what's scary is that there's people out there that say they're 13, 15 years old, hitting on girls just to get pictures. And the next thing you know, come meet me here or whatever. And it's a freaking 50, 60-year-old man.
Right.
Absolutely. Hold on. Let me just say this. You haven't heard the new rule of 3 intros, kind of fire. Yeah, it is fire, Danny. I didn't send it out to anybody because I figured you'd want to do that. But yeah, it's absolutely fire. He also came with a $3 super chat. Chris will be in a fetal position later on tonight.
What the hell? Why? I'm never in a fetal position. Jesus.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, like, I don't know. It's a 48-minute video. I could not believe that this guy stayed there for 48 minutes.
So my expertise, I watch these channels because it's good for awareness, but also like, it's just shocking. Some of the thing, a shock value, whatever. There's some entertainment. Sometimes I feel guilty, like, oh God, this is like gross. These people are gross. Sometimes the people, like, they run away right away. They still get their license plate and then they post it on their website and shit. Dude, these guys each have like 100 people that they catch, 200 people that they catch. And it's like, they're not thinking at all. It's like, oh, let's meet at the gas station at 11 a.m. Wait, a 14-year-old's going to go to the gas station by themselves at 11 a.m.? Like, are you guys retarded? It's not even retardation. It's like their sickness, man. It's so strong. The EDP, a person with everything to lose, like you were saying before, Chris, it's like you have everything to lose. You know that like channels like that exist. You're on YouTube. You know that like predator poachers, all this stuff exists.
It's not.
What do you think? Do you think a 13-year-old girl is just going by themselves to the store and hope, parents, listen, like, watch your kids, man. Your kids aren't safe just because they're home. That's what I want to end on, but we'll talk
so
about
much
that.
more so now because everyone wants to try and be beautiful. And it just takes one person to big you up and tell you how beautiful you are, unlike anybody else. And I will make you feel special. And boom.
But
it's that sad and simple.
But it's a fact what you're saying, Roberto, and I agree with you 100%. This social media with teenagers growing up today, it's unbelievable the pressure that they are put on by what they see, right? And they have to be like this, and they have to look this certain way. And you're right on. Once they get the person that like feeds them lies or truths that they want to hear, they become putty and they don't see the danger. And I'm telling you, as a father, believe me, at the slight of a doubt that anything's going on, I block that shit.
Well, you have to. We have to, especially now in these days, we have to stay involved in the kid's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mine is 22. He's a man. He do what he want to. But when he was younger, we had to stay in their life, man, because this internet shit is so easy access to find whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's completely different. And, Josh, you brought up the point of, of these sites and stuff. It's not even that. I mean, cops have been doing this type of sting for years. It's not like this is new. It's not like he got caught off guard. And yet, like you said, 45 minutes of a video just sitting there. Dude, you know why you showed up. And where's this girl? Dude, this girl ain't there. I guess cut tail. I mean, by that time, like you said, it's already late. They've got that thing. I mean, I guess he could have always said, well, I was just trying to expose somebody doing something wrong or something. I mean, he could have tried. Well,
that's what they usually say. That's the usual excuse. And what's great is another thing is that people don't realize, like, there are some channels that bring up the questions of it's not just dangerous for the kid, it's dangerous for them, dude. What if it was, they always ask, what if it was their cousin? What if it was dad? What if it was the brother? They wouldn't be, they always say you're lucky you're on predator poachers and you're going to be exposed because you could just be dead. You could be going in the back of the trunk and be missing. They always ask, who knows you're here right now? And obviously the predator's like, oh, nobody knows I'm here, obviously, because I'm a fucking predator. And it's like, well, that's exactly the point. How easy would it make you to make you disappear? How easy would it be to make you disappear and go in the back of my trunk? You know what I mean?
Yep.
I know I fucking would, man.
Let me flip it on you. Then you have the young girls that dress up like they're not young girls and come on to guys just to,
do
bait and
shit
hook.
like that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bait and fucking hook.
It's a crazy world that some of the stuff you see. I mean,
there's so much fucking fraud and bullshit on the internet. It's not even funny, man. I have, like I said, I had a couch that I have to sell. Well, I don't have to, but I'm trying to sell, right? I'm getting I put on Kijiji. I'm getting messages from people in the fucking States about, can I, and it's the same message from like 3 different numbers. Same message. Oh, I seen I'm interested in your couch. Can you please send me an email at so-and-so so we can discuss the price? Well, 1, the price is on the fucking ad, so there's no reason for me to discuss it to you. 2, you're texting me, but you want me to send you an email?
Right.
Like, fuck that. I'm not
no
stupid.
sense, man.
You know what I mean?
My entertainment company, I get about 20 or 30 texts a month. Hey, do you DJ, whatever? And I'm like, yeah. Hey, do you take credit card? Sure. And then they're like, okay, how much? The first thing I do is I shoot them an exorbitant price, and they never balk. It doesn't matter how much I've asked for.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be 5 hours. Okay, it's $3,000. Oh, okay, fine. Do you take credit card? Yes. They're like, okay. But I've gotten to the point now where I just say, listen, it's going to take 14 days or 10 business days to process your payment, because normally what they'll do is they'll yank it. And so, so I tell them that, and then they never text. It's like, it's like, dude, I know you're a fraud.
Absolutely.
Damn, Chris.
Well, what?
I'm doing it the wrong way, man. You're getting $3,000 or whatever,
That's not how much I charge. I just know it's a fraud. So I try to fuck with them. No, I've done some $3,000-$4,000 shows. It just depends. I've done shows for H&R Block, which is located here in Kansas City, Missouri, and I always shoot them a high number because I know they'll do it. I mean, it's an expense account. They're just like, yeah, sure, here, how much? I did one 2 years ago for training, and I shot them 3,000, didn't have an issue with it, and then they wanted to go 2 hours over, and I said, well, I said, I got someplace to go. So, well, no, how much do you want for it? And I said, I don't know, another 1,000. Boom, did it again. I was like, okay, I'll stay. I mean, you get certain people and it's fine, but no, with these things, it's all fraud. I mean, and there's so many different ways they do it. I mean, here in the States,
go with your gut, man. Go with your gut.
Oh, yeah, it's the IRS here in the States. This time of year, everybody gets a phone call. This is the IRS. The cops are on their way to throw you in jail because you owe us money. It's like, dude, what the?
I had 10 warrants last month.
I don't know how many I got. I stopped counting after, however many.
What's up, Commodore Data? How you doing, Commander? Caleb said EDP just stood there and snitched on himself, but then he didn't want to go to jail. Yeah, he was fucking idiot, bro. But at the end of the day, we got to get these people off the street because that's just fucking bullshit. Because what if it was a real little girl?
Well, the question I have.
Somebody probably told him you'll get more subs if you do it, Like these rappers have a theory, if I go and do something crazy like shoot up a place, I'll sell more records.
Nah.
But
I don't know who told him.
No.
His agent. Because why the fuck would you do it? But you see the shit that Chris showed us, man? Damn.
But in this case, how many of his followers are actually just like him?
Could be.
Right.
Got a point.
Right.
They keep defending him.
And that's what they like, right?
You know how you'll know? By how many subs he loses. You know what I mean?
He'll probably lose 1/8.
Exactly. There will still people will be subbed to his channel.
Well, there's always your dead subs, the ones that just don't know, watch.
That's true.
Well, like I said, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know what his goal is, but he said he had a video, if you want to get my old videos, make sure you download them now because I'm going to a second channel. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing, man, but I think he's just going to get rid of his channel with 2 million subs. I mean,
well, at this point, his name he's tainted. right? And if he gets arrested, which he probably will, he'll be on the sex offenders list and all that shit. You know what I mean? So I think it's better he just closes his fucking channel up too.
That's what I was going to say, though. I don't know if he's going to get arrested because the cops didn't perform the sting. Even with all the stuff that they could hand over, it's not a legal. It was not unless they have some sort of the off-duty police officer that they hired to help them. If they have something like that, then maybe. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I know for sure that he won't. I'm just saying I'm not sure what they could really do with it because one, it was on camera, and it was not done by the police. So that means it was captured without his consent. I mean, I'm just going over certain things here.
No, some states it's one party consent.
I know. Okay. I know that. That's just my question. Is that what we were dealing with here?
There are some channels that do work with police. I know Dads Against Predators, they do. So one guy we actually saw got arrested. Like, hey, you were talking to us, but they were really like working with them. These guys, these predator poachers, that guy is also a clown. I mean, I'm glad that he got EDP, exposed him, but he's also a fucking clown, man, because he, says these stupid jokes. He's not taking it seriously. He's trying to get views and, build his channel up, which, I mean, I guess I understand, but it's doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. So
listen, one thing, and we all have to do this because we're in a public platform here, right?
Yeah.
So when you're getting to a certain amount of subs, even when you're starting off, you gotta be a certain way. You know what I mean? Because you never know when you're gonna pick up. You never know how many people are gonna follow you, who's gonna follow you. So you have to represent yourself in an orderly fashion. And
absolutely,
that's what this fucking idiot did not do. And my bad, I meant Commander. Sorry about that. I have Commodore and Commander. Yeah.
Oh, you got. Oh, wait. Oh, we got a different guy. Okay.
Yeah, Commodore and Commander Data. And LDG Geeks Enjoy Neurotica sent a $5 super chat. Please, Chris, I know someone might have told you that was a quality product, but please wash off the lobster makeup on you got on. You're redder than your BG.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty red, but oh well. It also doesn't help that there's orange all around me also.
It's all good. I noticed it too, LDG, and I was just like, no, fuck it.
You're going with the Chiefs colors. The Chiefs colors.
Oh God, don't make me fucking get rid of this guy. No Chiefs talk. So now
Bears.
We'll get into the next topic. I'll go with Gaishka. Gaishka, what you got to get off your chest, bro?
Well, I know what you're going to talk about, so I'm going to run off of that after. But I would like I was in conferences all day, right? And I touched. I made a conference. Everything's virtual, so I made myself a conference from when I had people over because last year when I was part of that conference, I spoke about mental health in the workplace and stuff like that. And these associations that were there were kind of iffy to talk about it, right? And again, it goes back to legalities, big corporate companies not wanting to touch that because they're afraid that employees will use it as excuses and whatever, especially in companies in the States, right? They won't touch that. And I spoke about what happened with me this year with an employee and stuff, and a lot of the reactions were like, "Oh, I would have never done that." So, and others commended me for it, right? And for those that you don't know, I had an employee, also became a friend, that he wasn't well, and I had him stay with my family for a week until he felt mentally well before. I let him go by himself again during this whole COVID thing. So a lot of people commended me for that, but the big corporate companies, when they just heard what it was about, whoop, they disappeared. And that just pissed me off because if the little companies can do it, right? These big companies have to remember where they came from. They weren't always big.
That's right? The problem. They think they don't.
They always look at liability. That's the problem. That's the major problem because you touched a very sensitive topic for me, Guyscar, because Actually, I'm not going to take from you. Hopefully I can remember and keep it in
Go
this
ahead.
little bank. You
Go
sure?
ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Um,
That's what it's about.
I got into that whole industry thing because I found out that my wife was pregnant. Had to get a job because hustling has no time frame, right? When I got in there, I realized it's all political, robotic, heartless.
Yeah.
Because how could you expect someone to succeed, but you show no signs that you care? Where these small companies, they stay around for long times because they treat their staff like family. When you have family, like, look, to cut the story short, when I became a supervisor, my goal was, if you were the top salesman, Geiskar, you're making 2 sales an hour. The client's asking for a 0.8, which is less than a sale an hour, right? I noticed that when Onzo's there, sorry, I'm pointing right. When Onzo's there, you make those 2 sales an hour. When Onzo's absent, you're not making those 2 sales. You're making 1. You're barely making quota. You're just going through the motion. My boss would tell me fire Onzo because Onzo isn't doing well. I fight for Onzo. So it's not Onzo's not doing well. I'm not doing well. I'm going to make Onzo do better, but I really know that Geiskar covers Onzo, and the reason he covers Onzo is because he feels better when Onzo's there. So do you want to lose Geiskar as a salesman when I fire Onzo? You know? They don't give a shit. And that's when I said, I can't work like that, because how do you want me to work like that?
Right.
You know, it's just a revolving door, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Unfortunately, that's where you get your credentials, and that's where, you know, by working there, you have that experience behind you. It'll take you a lot further than them smaller places. But that place was barely paying me $20,000 a year, and I was there hours after my time. My shift finished doing paperwork, right? A small call center came up to me and said, you know what? We want to have that kind of big call center mentality in a small call center. We'll give you 3 times what they're paying you. When do I start? That was my reaction. And these motherfuckers at the corporation were like, why are you leaving?
Oh, man. Woo.
It's funny, too, because same spot that Roberto was talking about, I was there. And Roberto will tell you, well, I know from when he was there, he left before, but before he left, I was top agent there. I was the top one there. So it came around to getting promotions and stuff like that. They didn't give it to me because I said I was too friendly with people in the office. I'm like, well, they will respect me. They will work for me. You know what I mean? I'd be able to fucking, you know, put the fucking hammer down if I have to. But at the end of the day, that's how you get them. You can't sit there and expect us not to have a relationship with the people that we work around or the people that'll work under us. Right? If we treat them like robots, they're going to act like robots. And like Roberto said, I know there were many fucking big corporations that I worked for, and I'd wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I don't want to go to this place. But you get to those little smaller ones and you're popping up and you're ready to go to work because you know your day is going to be decent. You're going to work, but it's going to be fun. You're going to be able to talk. You're going to be able to do this and be productive. But at those big companies, just don't want to go. Just don't want to go, man.
It was sad. I found it really sad.
It is.
They don't care. They don't care 100%.
That's why these places don't have a long lifespan. They come and they go. They come and they go. They change names. They try different things, but the end result is they don't have longevity.
What can you do, man?
Start your own shit, or at least try to.
Oh well, where I'm at right now, I have no complaints. Zero. Like I've been there 20 years, man, and I can't complain. Right. But these big, huge, because this association serves all sizes companies that are part of this one association, right? And when you can tell right off the bat when you bring it up on their faces. It was like, ooh, we have HR that takes care of that. You know what I mean? But as a person of authority that has employees, you know, and beneath them, I don't like saying beneath them, but you know, you're in charge of this group of people. My mentality is you treat them like people. They'll respect you, and you get, you know, you rub your back or remind, whatever, how that saying goes. But if you treat them like human beings, which they are, right? And not just as, you know, like you were saying, a robot. You know, these situations, this life that we're living right now, and the pandemic for over a year now, this shit affected everybody differently. And that's one thing that I said in one of the meetings. I said, it's our job as managers to know your employees, to know when they're coming into work, if they're okay or not. At least I make it my, you know, it's my responsibility. I make it for that. So when I see someone,
you're the representative. You're supposed to fight for them,
and when I see
they will fight for you.
Exactly. And when I see them come into work and they're not okay, like I have a saying at work: my office door is always open, even when it's closed. And dude, man, sometimes my couch in my office is like a confessional, you know. But some people need that. No, it's not, I'm not a professional psychologist, but I just let them talk. I listen, and then they get up and thanks, man, and that's it. That's all they needed to do, right? The little things like that. But then you get these people. When I actually went on the conference before COVID, and I had a conversation exactly about this. You know, a person told me, one of these big corporate companies, "Oh, I'm not a psychologist. I don't have time for that."
Damn.
Cold. She just said it like that, and I just looked at her and I was like, well, damn, I'm happy I don't work for you. You know,
Josh, you were gonna say something, Josh? Sorry, guys.
No, I was just gonna say, because I've been quiet, I don't want to be too quiet the whole segment. This ain't the topic for me, man. I'm in like a different. I'm good where I am, and actually,
we know which one hurts.
Well,
I feel okay.
Yeah. No, but I'll say something else. I'll go to the other end, and the other end of the spectrum where I actually have leverage. It's weird, man. I have a lot of leverage. Like at the old club that I work at, because I work at two. I work at the new one that's paying me literally like 5 times as much. The only reason why I'm at the old club is to keep the peace, and also to help out my brothers, man, my family out there. Because if I leave, then they're going to be, you know, it's going to be a mess for all my coworkers and all that stuff. But the owner of the club, he had said to me, he was like, you know, do you want to work Fridays? Do you want to work this day? I could use you. I really could use you. I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm busy. I have other obligations. I'm not going to work those days. And he's like, well, I might have to find somebody else. And I gave a heart to the comment. And like a week later, he's fucking asking me again. He's like, yeah, I didn't find anybody that wants to do it. Do you want to do it? No, I'm busy, dude. I'm still busy. I'm still preoccupied. I have a lot of leverage where I am, so I don't know what you're going through. I'm sorry, Gushgar, you know, but yeah, it's.
I was gonna say I see it from both sides because I know what Josh is talking about. That the last club I actually was doing, and here's the deal: I have guys that go out and do it for me, so that's my leverage right there.
Was there a pole in the middle of the club?
No, actually, you know what? I have never officially DJ'd at a strip club. I have had to take the reins because one of them had passed out in a corner. I've had to do things like that, but never officially have I ever worked at a strip club. But you know, the last club I worked at was very much like that. They kept on calling me up, hey man, you know, but I put another guy in there, and they said, oh yeah, that's fine. And they were like, well, we might have to find somebody else. So I helped them find somebody else that could take over the dimes. The other guys, they just kept on throwing stuff at me. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm not going to sit here and feel bad if you just say, okay, well, we're done with you. And they never would though. But with other guys who work for me, and they don't work for me, it's a contracted thing. So, you know, but they get their shows from me. I have that freedom to look at somebody and they say, well, we want you to do it. And it's like, well, okay, then you're going to pay for it, because I like not having to do it if I don't have to.
Right.
I don't mind weddings. It's just, it's a lot of work for a wedding. It's just like, you got to get all the names, you got to do all this other stuff. You got to do that. I prefer going to a club because it's a fun environment. I can chill. A club to me is like, I could sleepwalk a show. There's nothing to do with that. I mean, it's,
and in the same vein, I've never done a wedding because the responsibility, it would just crush me to have hear the bride. You didn't play Gangnam Style when I wanted you to play. Like, no, dude, I will not deal with you. I deal with enough nonsense as is, but it's okay though.
Yeah, but I work for a company. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I work for a company. And that company, while they do a lot of cool stuff with but they do a lot of charity and stuff like that, but there's still things like the high up people at the very top will say, oh, well, we know this is important to the company to make sure that everything's successful, and I happen to work in the department they say is really important, yet our budget is severely cut. We have not enough people, and they're throwing more and more and more on top of us. Yeah, we tell them constantly we need to do this, this, and this, and they never want to do it. And it's like, when your employees who are, in the trenches, for lack of a better word, when they know what's going on and they know what needs to happen, or they know they've got their finger on the pulse of the company, like Roberto was saying, when if you fire one person, it's going to affect you some other way, like somebody else is going to leave because that person works well around that person, and that's why they're there. Maybe that person, the person you're being asked to be fired or to go fire, that person actually brought the other worker who does really well there. But as soon as you fire that guy's out the door. When that stuff happens, it's like, why don't you just listen to those people? Because those people know much better than anybody that's way up here. Because those people are out of touch. And I mean, I hate to say that. If you're an executive out there watching this, I'm sorry, you're out of touch. Guaranteed. There is no executive in this world who has their actual finger on the pulse of their company. Yeah, they don't know.
Look at Coca-Cola.
Very, very, very few, maybe 3 or 4 guys in the world.
Yeah. Now, my supervisor, I work with just him on the weekends. It's me and him on Fridays and Saturdays. And he will be right there next to me, dirty, mucky, doing the hard work with me. And I have told him time and time again when I see him there, I said, it still surprises me to this day. I've been there 3 years. I'm like, it surprises me to this day. You're still there working side by side with me.
Wow.
I mean, I love that he does it. He's a great guy. And, but that makes me want to stay there. I don't feel like I want to go get a different job because this guy's right there next to me because he knows we're behind on 1,000 things. Mm-hmm. But if he's going to be there right by me, why not?
Meanwhile, most CEOs, they have their golden parachute ready to go in case they need to jump off, and it's ready right there for them. They're $5 million. Like, oh yeah, I have equity in the company. I don't give a shit. I'm talking about like GameStop and Home Depot and those companies. Like, yeah, I don't give a shit, And let me look at Coca-Cola, like what they did with the try to be less white diversity nonsense I talked about a couple weeks ago. Like, why would you do that as a company? I mean, you're $1 billion you don't need to. You're Coca-Cola. You're going to sell your product no matter what. You don't need to do stupid little things like that that are racist and crazy.
It's called stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Leave the pot alone. You're Coca-Cola.
Everybody wants a taste of that pot. You have to understand, Josh. Just society is how it is, man.
I just wondered. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris. Finish off.
I was just going to say, I just wondered when I read that. I was like, I was just waiting for some guy white like me to walk in with parachute pants, some sort of like backwards hack. I'm like, yo, what's up the next day or something? Somebody was stupid like that. Yeah. I'm trying.
One thing I will say is about these companies, sorry guys for cutting you off, is that they think we're expendable. That's the biggest problem. It's like, oh yeah, okay, you can go. We'll get someone else to do your job or this and that. But they don't realize sometimes that person you get to do the job will never be as good as you were. You know what I mean? So I agree. Go ahead, guys.
I have something else that I have to get off my chest, and maybe the chat, can give their feedback, and the panel as well. So, what's the correct way to fucking put your toilet paper roll in the toilet paper like this?
You know, I had that question.
Or
I
like
was thinking
this.
of using that on the show. Are you under or over?
Like
The ladder,
what animal puts it in under? Like really?
I put it over.
Exactly.
Put it over. Because when you put it over, it's a big question. And it's a very good question.
When it's like this, and you
wait. I got the answer.
It rolls on the fucking floor.
I got
rolls
the
in the
answer.
garbage can.
I got the answer. When you're pinching a log and there's nothing on the roll, you don't give a fuck. You just put it on the damn thing.
A bidet. Get a bidet.
I thought you were going to say you have a bidet, Chris. That's what I really thought you were going to say.
Water action going.
When all else fails, you just squirt.
I don't know about all that, man. That bidet shit. No, I like to get. You got to get toilet paper. You got to get in there.
Ah, shit.
I know. Shit. I go grab a roll. And I put it in there, and whatever way it's in there, it's in there.
Oh,
it doesn't
you're
really
one
matter
of those.
Because you know what I do.
But
because you're easy like that.
Yeah, my dad. Sometimes you go to the bathroom, whatever, and it would, take it off. It falls off the roll, and I put it back. Right? If I ever put that back the wrong way, who the fuck changed the roll?
I have another option. Sometimes I just leave it on the back of the toilet. Just put the roll on the back.
Man,
I'm fucking lazy. I'm lazy as hell. Yeah, just put it on the back. Yeah, if I can just grab it.
My kids, they'll change the roll. They'll put it in whatever way. More the way that I like it, obviously. But then the empty roll, they just leave it on the sink.
Oh no, mine leave it on the thing. They leave it on the things. You know what I say? Watch how long it's gonna stay there. I'm not the only one who can take it off, right? Next thing you know, there's a roll on the side.
Yep.
You know, like Josh.
Their bathroom, there's like 7 of those rolls on the floor.
It's for an arts and crafts, Dad.
I guess. No, I had my son clean his room, and I told him to clean the bathroom. He didn't. He'll hit when he comes back. I don't know yet if I'm going to go through his room or not. But when he comes back for the 2 weeks leave, I might wait till then, because I bet you his room will be cleaned quicker than anything I've ever seen. Because by the time he comes back, he's going to know what I expect. Because he just doesn't understand that there's a hair out of place. They're gonna be like, what's that hair there? I mean, oh geez. Of course.
Listen, if we're gonna hit this bathroom topic,
are you losing me, man? You're losing me.
If we're hitting the bathroom topic now, okay. So if it's courtesy for you to put the lid down after you pee, shouldn't it be courtesy for a woman to leave it up when she pees, knowing that I'm going to come now?
In a perfect world.
Is that a war?
I'm
Is that a war you wanted to fight?
Dude,
the bathroom trilogies going on. The bathroom trilogies.
Say what you just said in a Jerry Seinfeld voice. Like, what's up with these women? They leave it down, man. Why don't we just...
Let me
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I don't have to know.
Let me ask you this, Roberto, and you guys. Though, have you ever left it up, though, and then heard them go to the bathroom and heard like,
yes,
and then you're like, oh,
shit. What are you not looking at the
I'm
fucking
here
toilet?
now? What?
Sense.
You could have just slapped it the same way I did.
Yeah, do you don't have fucking like?
Yeah, you know what it is. Unfortunately,
it's Roberto. A crime. It's a crime when you leave it up.
Roberto, yeah, we're the minority in our household.
Yes, we are. You got that right. 100.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many of you there are. You're the minority. It could be 4-1, and you're still the minority.
You're damn right.
The only 2 with balls in this house is me and the dog.
Because to be honest with you, man, you could be having a great day, and they fucking touch that toilet water because you didn't put, and your day is done. You're fucking vexed all day. Why the fuck you gonna put down the toilet seat? You see, that's the problem with you. You have a problem with the toilet seat, man.
You don't love me. You don't care.
Oh
you
my
don't.
God.
Well, you don't think about me. Like what did I do?
I'm sorry. I went from having it out to thinking I gotta wash my hands because I want to be clean. I'm sorry. And when I got there, I went and dried my hands off. By that time, my mind's on to the next thing. It's like well, who is the comedian that says men only think of certain things? It's like sex, eat, sleep, sex. It's not in that process of things to remember. It just, if it gets done, you should just be happy. That's the thing. When it's done, they should be like, good job, great. That should be the only time you ever hear anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Roberto's right though. It's like we gotta go and make sure that the toilet seat, because God forbid it's down and we fucking put some sprinkles on it and they go and do that. It's even worse, right? So
you know what I mean? Love. And it's not like they're using that part of the toilet. So what do you care if it's a little yellow? This is some fucking nasty shit. Let me go somewhere else. I don't know how we went from fucking talking about the office job to fucking pee stains on our porcelain.
that was
well, that's where it ended. We're in the bathroom. All I said is it's a very good question. Mm-hmm. You started it, and I just rolled with it.
You just roll with it.
Who's gonna end it? Who's gonna end it? Chris?
Good pun.
It's definitely funny. It's funny.
We have to shed a tear. We have to have shed a tear moment every show, because I can honestly say for the last, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, I laughed so hard at one point that I was crying, and it felt so good.
Absolutely.
And if the topics were shit on that show, then the laugh just made me forget about it anyways. So it's all good.
And just a quick thing, I was telling one of my boys, I seen a video he put, and he's talking about how he's like, his depression is kind of coming back. So I'm like, yo, you don't know I do this, right? And he's like, nah. So I sent him the link. I'm like, yo, bro, you should come on sometime, because this shit, can give you an out for a few minutes, and then you have a good laugh. And then the rest of your day could be good. The rest of your night, you could be just, you know what I mean? Oh, that was fun, man. That's cool. You know what I mean? Get a good night's sleep or whatever. So I told him whenever he's ready, he can come on and come hang out and chill and have a conversation, man.
In the movie industry,
man, we're here.
In the movie industry, we call it a character arc, and right now it's like we started off with something really dark and awful, then we made it in the middle with something like happy and funny, and based on I think what Anzo is going to talk about, I think we're going to go back to dark and depressing again after this. So,
well, I'll let Roberto go first.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we still got Roberto to get off his chest, man. So
I'm just reading some of the commentary on the side there, and I think Flash should start his own channel.
Which one is this? I love being able to come to streams and have fun. That's why I won't start a channel to entertain people. You actually should start a channel, Flash, man.
Come up on here and get your shit started, yo.
Absolutely. He's actually been on Square One with us the week you didn't come on, Roberto.
Yeah, I remember.
What a coincidence, huh?
Flash came on. Yeah.
So we would have had some serious Washington talk, and it would have been real.
Oh, it's true, because they're not the Redskins anymore, right? They take the name off.
Yeah,
I can accept
Warriors.
it.
I still think they should have been the Washington Football Nationals, or the Washington National Football Team, because it plays into the theme of the city. I mean, New York Giants.
Washington Nationals, though, man.
No, but the
I think it's going to be Red Wolves, though.
It was the New York Football Giants and the New York Giants. They had both the baseball and the football team. Yeah. So the same thing. They could do it. And it would have, at least for a year or two, until they actually came up with a new name. Because, I think that would have been much better than just calling them the Washington Football Team.
Washington Warriors. Yep.
No, it's going to be the Red Wolves.
Dandelion said men have no idea how much filthier the toilet is when they're using it. Then she says, pee gets everywhere. But let me ask you this, and real quick.
Here we go.
I've heard that, and I've heard a lot of women complain about it, that the woman's bathroom is fucking way nastier than the men's bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
Indeed.
I'm not a woman, so I don't know, but
I was a bouncer, and at the end of the night,
Yeah.
you have to go and clean out the bathrooms. And I'll tell you, sometimes you feel like you're in a liquor store with all the empty Mickeys you find in there. They throw shit in the toilet and don't flush it. That shouldn't go in the toilet. I'm telling you, I'll be like, yo, I ain't doing the women's bathroom at the end of the night. I don't give a fuck.
I know how it is. I know
We be
how it
fighting.
is.
Who's the new hire? He's cleaning the women's bathroom.
Yep.
That's it.
But you know why, right? Because they don't sit down on the seat in those places, so they kind of do like this squatting thing.
The hover.
And they you know, it probably comes out like this at that time. It's like scatter shots. You know, they bang their heads in the door trying to keep their balance.
This show is
all
gone
that.
completely off the rails.
That's a little more descriptive than I could get to, but I can tell you this.
All I'm saying is that's what I've heard. You know, like most of the places
You're
I
getting
work
facts
with,
on Zoe.
the women are always complaining about that.
Sometimes
It
it's
is.
red too, like it looks like The Shining. That scene in The Shining, man, when you go in there. But
Really?
That's what I'm talking
Really?
about.
I had
They're
to,
throwing
I had
shit in
to.
there.
I had to.
They're throwing
Oh my
shit in there
God.
that should not be going in there. Where'd
Oh
Danny
my
go?
god.
I have no
You
idea.
phantom zone him. I said something really
I
gross.
think
No, I
we just
didn't-
scared him off. Oh,
Danny
shit,
was
they're
like,
talking about
oh,
women
fuck
taking
this.
piss in the
Danny said-
bathrooms. Come
Danny
on.
said, "Fuck this shit." I'm
Yeah, I
gone.
was like, I'm going all in. I'm topping it. I'm talking about The Shining, man.
All right. So
Yeah,
Roberto,
Danny
Yeah,
was
go
just
This shit, I'm out.
totally
did.
gone.
My topic, you know what? I was a little bit all over the place where I wanted to go with it, you know. I originally wanted to talk about the how can I say it? The good guy going extinct. I just feel like good guys now, or at least the good guys I know, including myself, of course, when we try and help people or they try and help people, it's like the people turn on them. And what I tell them is, why do you keep trying? I mean, you ever hear that? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. You know, that's as true a folklore as you could fucking come with, you know what I mean? And again, I don't want to go back because I think we repeated it on a lot of shows. Geisgar said it last time, how, you know, we're angry and things are just fucked up and the sensitivity of where we're at and everything. But then I saw, you know, the outcome of the George Floyd thing.
Thank you.
And I saw the reaction of a lot of people, like people dropping to their knees and people screaming and looking up to the sky. And I was a little cross on that, you know, because I understand. I'm very happy that the outcome was what it was. But why are we celebrating something that was so evident? It only tells us how fucked up the system is.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
How could you be celebrating when, I mean, how much more clear could it be, clear cut to the human eye, that what happened was wrong? That we got to hold our breath to watch the outcome of the verdict.
Yeah.
Now, someone explained to me why it goes 9 days, and as much as I fucking argued with him, which is my ego creeping back, he was right, because that's just the procedures of court. The defendant has the right to present his case, and he has a right to present everything till it's exhausted. Right. Be it 3 days, 9 days, 2 weeks.
And we're not done either. He's going to have, listen, this, because of what this was, the appeals are going to be all the news too.
Then there's civil suit too and all that shit, right?
Well, they handled that already. They've already, Baltimore already paid that out. They paid that out like 4 weeks ago or something like that. But still, yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying though.
100%. What's up, Danny? How you doing?
All right, man.
What's up, Danny?
Good.
And this affected the world. Did you see? The world was watching.
And then when we get into other topics, there's another thing that the world will be watching too as well. But you're right, man. Like we shouldn't have to be sitting there and talking about, oh my God, I hope he doesn't get off. I hope he doesn't get off. You know what I mean? It should have been like, yeah, we know he's gonna get convicted. I mean, granted he did, but let's put it this way. The conviction was just the first start. We need to see what the sentence is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, so we don't know if he has parole or not yet, or whatever.
No,
we don't even know how much years he's gonna get.
He's gonna probably end up with between. I think they said it could be anywhere from. I think one of the sentences can be a maximum of 40 years.
I can guarantee he won't get 40 years.
That woman got 10 years.
I don't know.
That woman got 10 years that shot the man in his apartment because she thought it was the wrong apartment. 10 years. Like she killed that guy when he was fucking eating ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to speculate. But it's thin ice. I mean, and again, a judge can look at it. We have a case not similar. I was about ready to say similar, but we have a case going on here in our city right now that it's so obvious to everybody that lives around here what the verdict should have been, but they had to bring the jury from St. Louis because it's well too known around here. So to give them a fair trial, they did that. But one of the cases, he's only going to get a max of 15 years, and he killed somebody. And now I think he'll end up going away for life, but that's because of the other case that he had. But something like this, though, it's thin ice because that judge is going to have to weigh the point that no matter what he says, no matter what Derek Chauvin says, they had multitudes of experts come forward from the police department, from the trainers who train that type of, train the proper holds and stuff. They had a multitude of people that says that was not proper. So then the question comes down to is did he ever take into account, one, it was an improper, hold of some sort, and two, when it was brought to his attention, did he actually heed people's warning? And he didn't do any of that. So he can say whatever he wants, but at this point now, I think that the judge is going to have to take into account all of those things and say, you've been found guilty. I don't think he's going to get off as light as some people think he might. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think it's going to be very good for the whole situation if they don't.
I agree.
It's a very tough, touchy, subject to get into. But, I mean, the first step is that he was found guilty on all three charges.
Absolutely. Any thoughts on the matter, Danny?
Like I told y'all in past streams, that cops have to follow the rules A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can't skip one. If you skip one or you get evidence, people think that just because the video is there, it's a slam dunk. There's still procedural things to do. So you kind of have to hold your breath to make sure that whoever did the investigating follow the proper steps. Because if there's one break in the chain and the defense attorney is worth his weight or her salt, then they can get it thrown out, or they get something called fruit of the poisonous tree, which means if you got evidence, but you didn't get it legally or the correct way, it can be held inadmissible. If stuff is held inadmissible and you don't have the proper evidence, then you have to say not guilty. That's what the jury is charged for. They got to make sure when they go in there and speak, a reasonable person would say, yes, Anzo did this, Danny did this. But if there's a shred of doubt, one little shred of doubt that maybe Roberto didn't do this, or maybe the picture that the defense attorney painted could be possible, you must say not guilty. So that's why people are like, oh, I hope they did this, hope this. I done seen people come in with weak cases and make deals because either one, the officer did something stupid, so they want to get some kind of win, so they'll offer them light years just for the conviction. Or I've seen where the victim family will come in with pitchforks and torches, wanting the maximum amount, but the victim has something that's going to embarrass the family. So they'll take a lesser charge to keep that embarrassment up wrapped. Because if you go to court and you open up certain doors, then that defense attorney is going to embarrass you, make you look bad if there's something there that's not favorable. So you don't know until you hear the final thing. So it's a lot procedure-wise. If the cops don't do, it'll mess up a case. So that's why some people be like, "Oh, I hope such and such," because I've seen cases that look airtight, and just because you got all this evidence and got video footage, common sense make you think, yeah, you can see them plenty doing it. But if the cops don't get the evidence and do it right, follow chain of command, chain of evidence, fuck it up, defense attorney can have that declared inadmissible. You got no case.
And
that's why I like Danny having on this show.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That also what Danny, just to add to what Danny has, and Danny can probably back me up on this. Not only the cop or as I was saying, the evidence, the lawyer too can fuck it up by getting evidence that he didn't acquire properly, and that whole case can be thrown out just because of that.
Well, that's how OJ got off, right? Like, let's be real. This is how OJ got off. They made it look like the detectives, and maybe they did. You know what I mean? But the main course, the main shit of that trial was what the detectives did. Those were what they focused on. The way they handled the blood, the way they did this, the way they did that. It ended up not being about OJ killing Nicole anymore. It ended up being how the cops were on the defense for that whole case.
That's what if their case is strong, if your evidence is strong, and they see a chink in the cop's armor or chink in whoever involved in armor, they'll work on that. They'll be like, for instance, okay, all I did was came on the scene and I collect the evidence. But they'll be like, so-and-so Graham, Officer Graham, is it true that that you lock up more black people than white people? So they'll go back and they'll pull your records from 10 years, whatever. Or isn't it true that in your last records, you tend to write more females and such? So that's why you got to always. So they'll go back, and I've been in classes with defense attorneys that say if they don't have nothing, but they see something, a character flaw, so you speak, or a trend that a particular officer does, they'll hammer on that trend, and then that gives the jury's doubt. And there's a word or terminology they use now, because now juries are not. There used to be a time when if a cop said it in court, the juries automatically believe the cop. Now it's vice versa. You got to have, a stack of evidence, and sometimes now the stack of evidence still getting not guilty convictions because now cops got such a bad taste in the average citizen's mouth with the help of media and some dumb cops doing stupid stuff. We're being penalized for those stupid cops' mistakes, but in the same time, these people think that they're sticking it to us. What they're doing is really sticking it to themselves because Joe Blow ain't nothing but a thief, a crackhead, a burglar, whatever. You tell him not guilty, let him back out, and guess what the first house he burglarized? You, a loved one, or family. So, okay, it's kind of like damn if you don't, but I would much rather try and take our chances with us than with a known convicted drug dealer, rapist, child molester, whatever. But yeah, it is the world that we live in now. So
no, your point is 100%, Danny. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like, it's going that way where like cops have to be perfect. Criminals are getting off and this and that, and it's crazy the way this shit is going. Man.
Everything is scrutinized. Everything.
Absolutely. But I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did get off. I'm sorry. I'm glad he did get arrested, convicted. Right. But like I said, it's the sentence because
I know one thing.
Go ahead.
He has to go in a military prison. There is no prison other than a military prison that he will not be dead within a year. He got to be. Prison.
So what you're saying? There's no way he will go to the same prison where he had a lot of people in there.
No, there's no way. This will kind of hurt you because okay, I'm not defending him at no means, but I'm playing devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
How can he truly get a fair shake, a jury of his peers, when this shit went viral? I mean, the whole world knows that guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come down to it, there ain't nobody on there unless it's some kind of hate group member. But you get strikes on there when you go in there. When you pull in a jury, you get the people's name, where the address, where they work at. Usually cops are there. So if you say no, Chris got a record, but Alonzo's good. If that defense attorney feels like you're going to sympathize to his client, he's going to say, okay, this jury is good. But the defense, but the solicitor, the public defender, like, no. If Danny wants him, then let's see why he want him. And then if it was me, if I was pulling him, I'd try to have all white males. As much white somebody black.
That's what they did with OJ. They did the same thing.
They did that with Rodney King.
Yes.
So I'm just saying. But then you're gonna see educated versus non-educated, employed versus unemployed. So and if you're gonna get 6 strikes, if memory serves me correct. So
yeah, that 6 strikes on each side, right? So
that's
that
correct.
means the defense or the prosecutor has a chance to say, okay, I don't want him, but you can only do that 6 times, and then after that,
That's right.
So that they have to actually pick very carefully who their jurors are. Because even if you watch the OJ documentary, where they were going through that, and I remember they picked this woman because they thought she was going to be perfect for their side, but it ended up like she was the one that was like, no, you know what I mean?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
But what I was going to say about his conviction, you see, this is the thing. In 2014, a cop killed 17-year-old Laquan McDonald, right? He got convicted for each shot. So that's 16 shots. It was about 25 to 40 years a shot. And then when he went to get convicted, they dropped all the fucking shots and just convicted him on the actual crime. And he ended up getting like less than 10 years or 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, there's 2 words you got to look for too in that sentencing. If it's concurrent or if it's consecutive. You're gonna want consecutive, because if you get concurrent, they can charge them. Let's say I'm gonna give you 20 years on each count, but they're concurrent. I mean, once you serve them one time, you're gonna serve it for all of them. If you say consecutive, that means 20 years for this case, then you gotta do another 20 years for that one, another 20 years for that one. So it didn't make sure we ever do ask for concurrent versus consecutive versus concurrent.
Cool. Before I get into my topic, there was a little something I wanted to get into real quick, and it just popped up onto my mind. I was thinking about it. Did you guys hear about so Idris Elba is doing that show Luther, right? Did you hear they said? Go ahead, Danny. What are you gonna say?
I said I've seen it on the BBC thing. I never watched it.
Yeah, I never watched it either. But did you hear they said it's not believable because Idris Elba is not black enough? And the reason why they the reason why they said he's not black enough is because he doesn't have enough black friends, I think, on the show.
And because, British accent?
And because he doesn't eat Caribbean food.
What?
Who says he isn't black enough?
Man.
Black people?
It was some news reporter. So I guess someone
their opinion don't matter.
Well, shit, I don't eat Caribbean food.
Stupid shit.
And I got a lot of white friends, so I mean, I guess I ain't black enough either.
Did you hear his song? His song that he did with
Taylor Swift?
No, he did a rap song.
Did he?
Yeah. With Nicki Minaj and someone else.
Oh, you're talking about the one from a few years ago?
Yeah.
The reggae song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I heard that one. I don't like that song.
It's good.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not just him in it, but it's just the song in general.
You say chocolate dip catnip isn't black enough. What the hell?
But it's just funny to me that it's like you're not black enough if you don't eat Caribbean food. I mean, shit, I do, but I grew up with this guy over here. You know what I mean? Over here.
I don't think I ever ate Caribbean food.
You've had Jamaican food.
What?
Who? Danny or
Danny.
me?
Danny.
Oh,
what?
I wouldn't ask you that, Roberto.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Your father used to make the baddest jerk chicken, bro.
Jerk
I never
chicken.
had no jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken, curry
That
goat,
That
oxtail.
goat y'all talking about? Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, Danny.
There's a good Jamaican place. There's a lot of good
Saltfish and ackee with dumpling on Sunday.
I like
I
it.
tell you what, if you see me eating a goat, you mean I'm fucking starving. I can tell you that right now.
What is good, Danny?
Oxtail's good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
So
We won't tell you what it is. Tell you some nice yellow colored
right
Salisbury steak.
When I come up there and you tell me right now, when I come there and I say, no. And I know they ain't gonna have no regular smell. It ain't gonna smell like nothing down
It'll
here.
smell
So
good.
It'll smell just like curry chicken. I'm gonna get you some curry goat.
Let me tell you this. I'll eat curry chicken and goat if you eat shrimp. How about that?
No.
I'm allergic to shrimp.
Yeah, that's what I
Why
thought.
won't you eat shrimp?
Huh?
Because you're crazy.
They're cockroaches in the
crazy?
sea, bro.
That's all
Hey,
right.
there's some good ass roaches again.
Yeah.
Oh God,
shit.
no, dude. Then yeah, I'm with Danny on this one. That's a cockroach.
You don't eat crab legs. You don't eat lobster.
Boneless chicken roti.
No seafood.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
I would start them off with a chicken roti.
Boneless.
I ate salmon.
Absolutely has to be boneless.
You can
Sorry,
start
Josh,
me off with a beaver tail. That's what I'll take.
Josh
Yeah,
is
no,
allergic
chicken
to
roti-
shellfish.
Oh, he's allergic to
I
shellfish?
can have. It's a weird allergy that came in my early 30s, man. Just like shellfish. But I used to love shrimp and lobster and all that. But I can eat salmon and like tilapia and stuff, just not shellfish.
I am not a seafood lover at all. I don't like any of the texture, so I can't eat any seafood. I just can't.
The lobsters for the seafood.
But I do like Jamaican food, though.
Shrimp and squid, I'll eat.
Oh, fuck that.
No squid, no octopus, no calamari.
You know how
nothing that looks like this.
This gonna sound crazy, man, but it's true. You know how like you put like cheese in the mouse trap and catch the mouse?
Mm-hmm.
You want to catch a bunch of black people, just put like crab legs like on a table or something, and put the sign free.
There we go.
And put the sign free, and tell us, oh, free, and then you can drop the cage on. Well, man,
Maybe not Idris Elba though. Not Idris Elba.
I want to Phantoms on you for that.
Yeah, man.
I had some crazy crab legs in
lying.
Philadelphia. Oh my God.
Am I lying also?
No, you're not. My mom used to love crab legs.
Oh, like I ain't never seen it like this before.
You said you had some good ones? Go ahead.
I had some sick ones in Philly.
Too much work.
Yeah,
they were big, man.
For that much of meat right
King
there.
crab.
What the hell?
What my mom would do, she just crack the leg and suck it out. That's Scotian style. That's what they do in Nova Scotia, man. They just crack that leg and suck that fucking meat out.
Them people that
Scotians love seafood.
Like to eat that crawfish and stuff. Like suck stuff out the head, man. I don't know that shit. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that's
My
nasty.
dad used to eat that. The
Commander.
brains, like the brains of the
Oh no, fuck
of
that.
the they used to they used to eat
fuck that.
everything.
I know that.
My dad,
No brains.
my dad
No
tricked
brain,
me
no.
out once. Calls me to the kitchen and goes, "Try this," and I'm like, "All right." I tried it. And I'm like this. I wasn't even looking at his freaking plate, man. I look over, it's a freaking goat's head.
Oh no, hell no.
He gave me the brain of the goat.
Oh hell no. Did you like it?
I was like, no, I didn't. I felt like I was freaking Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Hold on. Did you like it or did you not like it after you realized what it was?
No, when I had it in my mouth, I was like, I didn't like the texture.
Okay.
So I was like, And then when
I can only imagine the texture.
Here in the South, man, they cook what you call hog head cheese, and it's like
Right.
the brain of the hog and stuff, all mashed up.
Oh,
I'm telling
really?
you.
The minute I would have seen that on the table, guys, I would have started doing that. Right away. My body would not let me get that done.
I would have did a
I didn't see
180
it.
and
You
say, this
moved that
place
shit.
ain't for me. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't eat no fucking brain head, no head brain, none of that shit. No intestines, nothing internal.
Yeah, my grandma.
I don't swing that way, yo.
Used to eat the pickled pig's feet, and like this is
Oh
just
my
like
God.
pure. It's pure fat. Like I don't want to eat this shit. There's no meat.
Oh my
There's
God.
like a tiny amount of meat on it, and it's just all fat. The pickled pig's feet.
To each their own, man.
My grandma, yeah, she loved that shit. I'm like, I don't want that shit.
My dad used to make pigtails and oxtails. I know that's a Jamaican dish, and I don't like oxtail, but the pigtail is even fucking worse than that, man. It's nasty. It's just.
I know people go fool over that kind of stuff.
Nah,
not very much meat on that shit. At least there's meat on an oxtail. On a pigtail, that is like you're cheering pure fat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nasty. Haggis.
Who?
Haggis.
What is that?
What's that?
Haggis is like
we don't eat Irish food.
It's stuffed into
pig. Is it pig intestine or lamb intestine? It's
I don't know. It's just
that sounded like some kind of Irish
Scottish
stew.
or Irish.
Haggis.
That's Irish. Yeah.
Is it really?
I'll eat the corned beef.
I was just making fun, man. I said it sounds Irish.
It is.
I think it is.
I'll get some haggis in your child.
I hear you.
I can't eat no corned beef anymore, Josh. I can't eat corned beef no more.
Is it corned beef or is it bully beef?
Or shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is good too. Like you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
shepherd's pie is good.
That's Irish. Yeah.
But not made with corned beef though.
No, you made that with hamburger.
That's a hamburger.
Yeah, that's a hamburger. I love me some shepherd's pie.
Maybe that's the prison version with corned beef.
That's what Eric Chauvin's gonna be eating, man.
Commander Data said OJ ended up in jail anyways for theft. Yeah, and you know what's funny? They threw the book, and they threw the book at him.
How the hell can you steal your own shit?
I
had a bet with my friend. I was asking my friend like how long before he goes back, and he hasn't gone back yet, man. I haven't heard anything about him, man. He's been under the radar, bro.
Don't talk him up. Don't talk him up.
Yeah,
no.
Let him just get old, and you know what I mean. Like I said, these guys he was old anyway, so we don't know if he's.
I'm gonna tell you what was sad. Yesterday they was showing Al Sharpton praying about the decision, and behind him you can see Jesse Jackson. Man, he looks bad. I don't think he got his whole mind because he looked like he was like in a daze.
Oh, really?
So how old is he now, Jesse Jackson? He must
I don't know, but
they're old, man.
They were praying. Everybody had.
Yeah, Al Sharpton looks really bad too, man.
Yeah, he looks bad too.
But he still got his mind and thought.
Yeah,
he can have a coherent sentence. And if you talk Jesse Jackson based on what I saw yesterday, it'd be like,
he's 79.
I wish I could pull up that picture.
Well, if you find it,
guys,
go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna jump. I got to be back at work tomorrow. I don't want to, but I got to. So,
no problem, Chris.
Sir,
so Chris,
thanks for coming on. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Great conversation as always. To the chat, everybody, hi, bye, and
absolutely,
guys, be safe.
Peace.
Okay,
peace.
Peace.
All right,
peace. All righty. So my next one, or my topic, is going to be about the shooting again today. Was it today?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. So there was another police officer shooting. Well, this is three because there was the dude in the car, which was, I can't remember his age right now, it's sleeping right. And then there was a 13. Yeah, the Deshaun White guy or Deshaun something guy.
That's what I asked about last week.
Right. That's the one we were talking about. And then there was one before that with a 13-year-old kid who was running down an alley, right? And supposedly he had a gun, but I don't know, looked like a parking lot, right? So there was an entrance to the parking lot. So when he cut in, he dropped the gun. When he came out, he had his hands up. Boom, boom, boom. They shot him. All right. So now the girl yesterday was having a fight. Supposedly the girl that they shot was the one that called the cops right? So she was getting into a fight. I don't know the details of all the fight. I would really have to go and research. Oh, okay. Caleb said it was Adam Toledo. Yeah, that was a 13-year-old kid. That's correct. So there was him, there was Dante Wright, and now there was this one, right? Malika Brantley. So she was fighting, obviously, and she was fighting with it looked like a white girl. I'm not sure 100%. Could have been two black girls fighting. Oh yeah, he does look like he's
No.
in the background there. Yeah.
He looks very confused, man. Dear Christ.
And this family has stood together.
Look at the white guys looking at him.
Watching this video go over and over and over again.
Wow.
This family stood with pain, suffering, and not knowing what the future held. So many families.
Yeah, he looks.
And got nothing. They thank God.
At least he's still standing there, so at least we can give him that. You know what I mean? But okay. So Caleb said she was getting jumped on, so and she called the cops for help. Okay. So yeah, I didn't see the beginning of the story, so I wasn't really sure what it was. But there's a body cam footage out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see her attacking the girl, but she had a knife. And as she attacks the girl, is like a few seconds before the cop comes. Cop comes. And he says, "Hey, what's going on there?" He sees attack the girl, pulls out his gun, and he shoots her. Boom, boom, boom. She dies.
The girl with the knife, right?
The girl with the knife. Yes, the girl with the
4
knife.
shots.
So my thing is this: isn't tasers a thing? Like, why couldn't he have tased her?
Because the knife was perceived as deadly force.
But it wasn't towards him, though.
No, you're sworn to protect yourself and other people's life.
Okay. So you're saying
I don't know the case, but I'm saying
all these guys that get caught with these guns and kill all these many people, why aren't they shot? If that's the case,
I'm just saying in this scenario, based on what you told me, I haven't got all the facts though. But if I go to wherever convenience store and I see a man or a woman got a knife in an aggressive manner, and the person is saying, "Stop me, help me," or I can see the knife and their intent.
Oh yeah, you can see it enough.
Yeah,
she was going in.
It is my job. A taser, one, it may not is from a certain range is not as accurate. But if most times people are police officers should be proficient in their weapons, actual handguns. I'm proficient that I can shoot to eliminate the threat. I just got to be able to articulate it. And whatever I articulate and say, it better match up when they play that video back. If I've shown you before, Anzo, I was on a traffic stop. Man came at me with a knife. I shot him. I was cleared of that particular shooting because it was perceived as deadly force against me. Or if he tried to go after that guy in the car I was stopping, same thing could be used. So if that is the case, then I think he would be cleared of that particular case, especially if the woman's story corroborates what he said. Yeah, Hanzo was trying to kill me. The officer saved my life. If she said something like that,
you can clearly see in the video.
That's gonna be a clean shoot.
Yeah, you could clearly see it in the video, Danny, because you can see they pause it. They show the girl with a knife, and she's like lunging at the girl with it, right? But she was the one that I'm guessing was defending herself because she was getting jumped by a bunch of people. She was the one that actually called the cops as well.
The person with the knife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she was the one that called, and she was the one that was getting jumped by a bunch of people. Now, that's what I think was Flash or Caleb said. Caleb said she was getting jumped on, so she called the cops for help.
But you see, that's another thing. There's so many different stories out there, right? I was looking at it. There's so many different scenarios. We don't know which one is true because every person they're interviewing has a different story.
Let me tell you something too. Now that's gonna get you in trouble. It might make you mad. let's say, for instance, that Roberto is breaking into my house. He has a gun, he has a weapon, and he's clearly breaking into my house. I got a gun or weapon, and I scare him off, and he is running away. If I pursue behind him and shoot him, then I've become the aggressor and the one committing trouble, because the first thing they're going to say, what did he do after you shot? He took off running. So there is no longer a threat. But by following him, you're putting yourself in, you become the aggressor. And if you kill him, then you may be getting charges too. But now, if he's coming at you in an aggressive manner, then we tell everybody you got a right to defend your property and yourself. So a lot of people.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of cases. One particular case, I'll just tell you particulars. Man was having an affair. The boyfriend and the wife were at the boyfriend's house. Husband found the location, goes there, confronts the guy, knock on the door, trying to kick the door in. Boyfriend said, man, leave my door, blah, blah, blah. So the husband kicked on the door some more, but leaves. Boyfriend goes out the back door and proceeds to shoot into the vehicle of the husband that's leaving and got two other people in there. Didn't hit him.
Was there video of that, Danny?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I seen something like that, but go ahead.
But shoots at the truck, and I was charged his ass because the threat was leaving. And the man, my wife over there or girlfriend, whatever, I might do the same thing, but he finally got his senses and said, let me leave this and fight it a different way. The threat was gone, but that other guy, the boyfriend with the gun, trying to say it's self-defense, he came to my house. Yeah, if he was coming at the house and you went at him straight at the door, you might be gonna have something to argue. But he's leaving, you go out your back door, circle around the house, the truck is driving off. There is no threat. You put 4 or 5 bullets into that man's truck, and he got 2 other riders in the truck with him. By the grace of God, you didn't hit him. It would have been murder or manslaughter, whatever. But that got kind of thrown to the side. But
before I ask this one, let me ask you. So let's say someone is just breaking into your house, right? I don't know. Maybe you're stealing, might have a weapon, but you don't know. You hear a noise in your house. You come downstairs. You see someone down there, and you shoot him right away. Bam, bam, bam. Are you in trouble for that?
No.
Okay. So as long as anybody's in your house, doesn't matter whether they have a weapon.
If somebody is coming in your house, I'm going to tell you this law enforcement. You got a right to defend yourself and your property if it's inside your house and your family.
Gotcha. Now, Danny,
it is better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I tell many people that today. Now, if you know that person come in your house, you shoot, you scare them off, you see them and you can hear them running or whatever, you'd be foolish to go out there behind them because you don't know whether he's going to hide behind a bush, car, whatever, ambush you. Just
or
get
has
on the
more
phone,
people with him.
Yep, and try to give as much information as possible. Stay inside a secure place that you know.
Gotcha.
Danny, is that also varied by state to state too? Do you think?
Some things vary from state to state. Like in Florida, it's that stand and fight. What was it called?
Stand your ground. Yeah.
Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Here in South Carolina, it's stand your ground too. So you just got to be familiarize yourself with the laws in your particular state. It ain't hard to do. And just, I can tell you right now, common sense. Why are you going to go after somebody when they got the element of surprise? Because you don't, like I was going to say, you don't know how many people they got out there. They could be ambushing you. At least in your house, that's on your turf. You know, try to get secure as possible, safe as possible. Call 911 and then go from there. Don't chase nobody.
I'll let you respond to this one, Danny, from Flash. He says, but I've seen people attack cops before and not shoot them. That's the problem for me. What do you think of that?
Flash, they're different people. Different people react to things differently.
Exactly what I was going to say.
If some people, a loved one dies, they all crying and falling and fainting on the floor. Some people, they hold it in. Some people, they grieve later. Some people do this. Everybody reacts differently. The same thing with officers. Yeah, you may get the same training. you go to the academy, but there's always going to be a different response. In my situation, I only shot one time because once I made the shot, I saw the person was down and neutralized. Why is there a need to empty the clip? There's no need. Now, if he said to keep coming because he may have been on some kind of hallucinogenic, some kind of drugs or something, okay, and the threat still remains, then of course I'm going to keep pumping. But you eliminate the threat, then you go ahead and put the cuffs on, blah, 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 call for help, which I did. Watch. So it's like some of these cops are loading 16, 17 shots. I don't understand it. I can't speak for them because when you're in that kind of situation, you never know how you're going to react because adrenaline hits people different ways. Also, training. It's also, it's just, I may look at something different than Alonzo. I may look at something different than Roberto. We don't know how we're going to respond until we're in that particular situation.
Absolutely. And Poe said, but Danny, if you come to my yard, my address, then. So I'm guessing that it was at the girl's house where they came, the one that called. So he's asking then, what do you think?
Okay, let's say Alonzo called for help. And I go to Alonzo's house. Unless Alonzo got excuse my French, a fucking name tag on. How the hell am I know Alonzo from Roberto?
I was just saying that.
All I see is that man got a knife trying to kill that person.
Right.
I don't know that person called with a knife.
Yeah, you're not Professor
Or
X.
we could both be saying, I'm that person. I'm that person.
Yeah, you're not Professor X.
Well,
That's why when they told us all to get on the ground when I had my fight, I'm like, yeah, they don't know who we are. I'm going to get on the ground immediately. Let them show their true colors. And they were the ones who were yelling. And it's like, oh, yeah, you guys are the aggressors.
But you see in that video, though, when the police officer gets there, there's a person that gets pushed. And that person with the knife is aggressing. If she was the person that was in trouble, she saw the police come. She was also probably seeing red. But when the police was there, she should have just stopped. Knife on her hand, she should have just stopped. But she put herself, like I said, you're putting yourself in a situation, you see red, like, you know, it's a fucked up situation. Unfortunately, she died trying to stab someone.
And the thing is, yeah, go ahead. I'll get to that in a second, Danny.
Most officers are taught to shoot center mass.
Okay. So this is what I was going to say real quick, too. Like Aishka said, you're right. The minute she was the aggressor, that's what her mistake was. You know what I mean? The cops came, she was the aggressor, she had the knife, and that's all the cops seen. Especially, listen, it's just like when I record a video, right, of something happen, and I catch it from the middle. You know, a lot of people end up saying, well, you didn't catch the beginning of it, so you don't know what happened. That's exactly what happens when this cop reaches the scene. He doesn't see what's happening before. All he sees is this black girl being aggressive and trying to stab somebody, you know?
That's deep, man. That's deep.
We got to realize it's our job to run to danger, quickly assess the situation, and make sometimes a split-second decision on something based on what we've seen. So that's why you train and train. We do run scenarios. So when that time comes, you can do it. It's like muscle memory. But you can't expect us to respond to a call. Alonzo responds to the call. He's getting the better of Roberto, even though he called. He got a knife, and like he's about to go in for the kill shot. What do you want me to do? Hey, are you Alonzo? Are you Roberto? Which one are you? By the time I'm doing that, Roberto could be dead, or whoever has the knife.
4 or 5 stabs right there.
So, I mean,
because she was going in, you see clearly on the video. She's going right in. She was in motion.
And that's the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say this. You can't blame all cops for the mistakes and choices of the few that make bad choices and bad mistakes. You can't do that.
I agree, 100%. You know what I mean? And it's not at the end of the day, like I said, maybe there's a taser, but you just told me like it's about life and death right at that moment. So it's not going to be a taser that they pull out. It's going to be the gun. I can understand that. You know what I mean? So Caleb said some guy on Twitter said Adam was part of a shooting gang and that he was pointing the guns at cars, but that still doesn't mean he deserved to die. Well, the only thing I will say with that, Caleb, is because I don't know that whole story too much, but Yes, he had his hands raised when he was shot. You know what I mean? You can clearly see in the video that he came around the corner and he had his hands raised. So yeah, I don't think he deserved to get shot on that one either.
Yeah, it wasn't a threat.
Exactly, Fresh. Good roaches. Oh yeah. Okay. Poe said, where is it? I just had it. It seems like going by so quick. All right.
When you're looking for it, maybe I can help you.
Yeah. Did she go into the house and come back outside with the knife and didn't stay in the house? I don't know, Poe. I don't know about that. King Davis to play the video. I would play the video, King David, but that video is gonna get me striked or copyright on YouTube, so I won't do that right now. Go ahead. What are you gonna say, Josh?
No, I was just gonna say I'm not into that, man. I don't want to see people getting shot and killed.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play the video. I was getting into argument with this dude on Twitter about it, man. So frustrating. He was blah blah blah. This is why I don't support Black Lives Matters, and the shot justified really annoyed him. Yeah, there's a few people that said it's a justified shot. After speaking to Danny, I'm kind of, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of on the side of, well, maybe it was, you know, someone's life was in danger. What else did you expect him to do? I personally said, well, I mean, it's a 16-year-old girl. You couldn't find a way to do it differently. But like Danny said, when you come on the scene and you don't see the whole thing and all you see is someone being an aggressor, then you have only a few seconds to react, man. Just a few.
Yeah. I replayed that video a few times, and the distance where the officer's at, there was no way he could have. I don't see how, like Danny explaining the taser, I see now how that wouldn't be effective. And also the speed that it just, from the time he gets there and you see his body cams facing the person getting tackled, and then as he goes, you clearly see the knife and the action already happening. So what's the first thing? The officer's going to go for the strong hand, right? And Danny explained that in one of the chats. And that usually on the strong hand, that's where you have your firearm and not the taser.
So that's correct.
Well, like Danny was saying, that people are different, you know. I mean, I'm sure like there's some people who might be like John Wick, where they can like time slows down and they have a good idea and they can react in a second. She would have, tackled it. But then there's just people who don't, who are like, oh shit, well, like, well, they're human beings, you know. So
I mean,
yeah, go ahead, Danny.
It's something to be really scared, man, for your life. There's been a couple times I'm like, okay, really scared. So you got to be able to fight through that. But some people can't fight through the fear. Right. And as much training as you get, it's kind of like Mike Tyson say, you can be all ready for the fight, prepared until you get that first hit. Yeah. You get that first hit, you be like, oh, okay. Can I take it? Am I going to keep going? It's the same thing with law enforcement, because there's some calls, and we never like to say routine, but you do it so much, you just get used to it. But I'm telling you, I wasn't expecting what happened to me that day. And it didn't shook me because I did the right thing, but it made me think, like, man, I'm glad I didn't kill that guy, because living with killing somebody, I think is a whole totally different horse than injuring somebody. And so I'm just glad I didn't, but I was able to. And some cops just, because we teach center mass and precise shots. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, so, but I don't know how often. No, go ahead. Yeah, sure.
No, I just add on to that 2 seconds. A police officer that I spoke to one of the conferences I went to, he killed a person, and he tells me that when your life is not the same after that. You learn to live with it, but it's not the same.
Except if you're Chauvin, like.
Well, yeah.
He showed no remorse. That's my issue with that, right? So
his face looked the same way.
Yeah, that shows
when he was on his neck while he was in court.
He didn't even care the whole
holy shit, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. So here's 2 good questions for you, Danny. One is from LDG. LDG said, I saw the video. The cop didn't have to shoot 3 times.
Bro, I'm just telling you, you don't know how you're going to react until you're in that situation. You don't know. It's kind of like temptation. We like to say that we're going to be faithful or not shook or whatever until that one person come and that one opportunity be like, Okay, kind of bad example, but
Mm-hmm.
we practice shooting, and I say all the time, people, this is a big argument. Well, I don't want to shoot perfect or good because if it goes to court, then they're gonna say, well, Officer Graham, you shoot out of such in your last 10 qualifications. So you mean tell me you couldn't shoot that person in the leg or the arm or wherever? And I'm gonna say no. Well, tell me, Officer Graham, why not? Because we are shooting at stationary targets.
Yeah.
Crooks ain't gonna stand there and be like, "Here I am," they're moving and they're shooting back at you. So that's a whole difference. If somebody's standing still, yeah, I'll tear their ass up. Boom, 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 boom. But if you moving and dodging and ducking and shooting back at me, guess what? We don't train like that. We don't train about bullets coming at us. So that's gonna be a totally different. I don't have bullets come at me before. It's not a good feeling. So you don't know how you're gonna react when them things whizzing by your head. So you think you train to shoot 1 or 2 times, but shit, the way that heat coming at you the right way, you're gonna try and throw some heat back. Now, now in this case, there wasn't no bullets coming this way, but people handle stress differently.
There might be kids behind you. There might be women behind you. There might be bystanders, customers. That's what happened to my friend. My friend accidentally got
Hold
shot.
on a second, Josh. 1 second. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Roberto, read that next super chat when it's done. Just hold it down, Josh.
Super chat.
That one that Paul just.
No, Josh, finish what you're saying, and then you guys can stop and he'll read.
No, I was gonna say, my friend got shot accidentally from an off-duty cop. There was a guy who was driving his car. He was trying to hunt down the bouncer, and he drove it right into the building. The cop, this guy's in a moving car, man. This cop's trying to shoot the driver who's trying to hit the bouncer. He accidentally hit my friend. He's okay. He survived, but he got shot right in the stomach. The other guy died, though. He actually killed the driver. But yeah, like that's a scenario where how are you going to, defend yourself against a person in a car who's coming towards you,
Yeah.
Yep.
Change.
And again, you're not trained to. I don't know if a cop could be trained for every single scenario. Right. It's virtually impossible.
I can tell you this: there ain't no cop going to train bullets coming at them. Ain't nobody going to let you shoot no live bullets at you. Are you crazy?
No.
No. So you can't simulate that. You cannot simulate that. I know some people say, okay, well, you can use like a
laser tag.
Bullets.
Laser tag. Yeah, but that ain't the same. That ain't the same.
No.
But I've in a sense, like imagine that police officer right now, right? Maybe he has not even 1 ounce of racism in his body, and right now, I'm sure he's probably like I put myself in that position, right?
He's catching it.
I don't have one ounce of racism in my body, but I'm a police officer. I'm in a situation, and I just did that. Right now, my whole world is like, oh shit, I'm gonna be perceived as this.
Yes, that is correct.
For doing my job, and I'm sure, without a doubt, he's probably going, why did I shoot 3 times? But in the heat of the moment, that Danny says, and everybody, no matter how much training you have, when you're in a life and death situation, adrenaline plays in people's bodies.
It sure does.
Yeah, a lot of people like to think they know.
Yeah, it's like it's like that mother that a car hit her child, and the mother lifted the car up out of pure adrenaline. No one thinks that's even possible, but it's possible, right? Everybody reacts differently, and
adrenaline's something else, man.
Like I said, it's a sad situation that somebody else unfortunately lost their life. But like I said, she was going at that person with a knife, and that just escalated the whole thing to a different whole story.
Take care, Dandelion.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Have a good night, Dandelion Fluff.
Yes. How would you feel if that's your daughter?
Destroyed, because like I said, like right now we're just getting a bunch of stories. We don't know which one is fact, which one is fiction, because there's so many different stories, right?
And I'd be partially annoyed with myself, like I wish I would have told her more. I don't know. I teach my daughter the best I can, but I wish I would.
But would you be understanding?
Yes, I would.
Yeah,
you would understand the cop's point of view.
Yeah.
Honestly, Danny, given at the moment, probably not, because obviously your first reaction
That's
is
true,
why
too.
and you want to
Yeah.
blame. But when you get to see evidence like what's on the body cam, and that's why, you know, every police officer should have body cams, and they should have their cameras on their dash.
Even here.
And even here, but you know, here they don't know what
don't
happened
wanna-
with that.
yeah,
The
yeah.
union, that's the union. But
I don't see why any police department would not have the cameras.
They
because
won't
there's
let
corruption.
them.
Because there's
Yeah.
corruption.
They have saved so many cops' careers, buddy.
Over here,
Here?
the police union did not.
Yeah.
They blocked it.
Then that should make y'all question.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely,
100%.
100%.
100%.
I see shit in my area growing up, Danny. I'm telling you that
what y'all should do too is you got cars. I'd put those cameras in my cars.
I have one.
You get those traffic stops.
Dash cam, I have one.
Busta Rhymes did that. And man, he got these cops doing all kind of crazy stuff harassing them. So I would do it. If I was out there where y'all at, or if I wasn't law enforcement, I sure would have one. The second I retire, it's going in my cars.
I have another question for you, Danny, which is a pretty good one too. He said, didn't the cop place others in danger when he shot at the lady? Did he not place the girl in pink in danger? The girl in pink was who she was fighting. I don't know.
I guess if he felt he was close enough or confident in your ability to shoot, I mean, some officers practice and are sharpshooters. We've got sharpshooter cops all the time. We've got 3 or 4 in my department. I guess without knowing all the facts and knowing or hearing any kind of stuff on it, I can't really talk on it intelligently or knowledgeably. But if I'm close enough and I have enough reactionary time, I probably can make that shot if I'm thinking that if I don't, that person's going to get killed. But if the distance is too great, then of course you're right that you don't know if she could turn certainly or whatever. But that's just something. It's a judgment call. You just got to be able to, one, trust in your ability, skill set, and you got to be able to articulate why you did the shot or why you didn't do the shot. Because let's say, for instance, you didn't do the shot and she kills the person, how you gonna live with that? Or is it easier to live with you didn't take the shot and the person died, or you took the shot and killed a person but you saved a life?
Good point.
Whichever one
Very
you're
good point.
gonna live with.
And here's another one. Damn, Danny getting them all. LDG said, I get it, Danny, but that's what training is for, isn't it?
Okay, that is what training is for, but there is nothing that can simulate a live bullet coming at you. I mean, it just you can't simulate that. You can simulate like a person with a knife, or you going in and taking somebody out. You can train that, but training situations. Somebody said it the best today. The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in real life or in combat. Is the exact phrase. That's a very true statement, but sometimes it depends on the department you're at, how big they are, how much training that the chief or the training officer or the sheriff or whoever set aside a budget for. Because some departments just don't have the resources. In case some of you don't know now, bullets are like fucking gold. They're hard to find. If you're going to be trying to hold on to them, so a lot of times, if you want to practice, you got to use bullets. But right now, bullets are hard to come by in certain parts of the country. Right now, man, a box of bullets is, like I say, man, it's worth its weight in gold. So, and that's because of the pandemic. So, you gotta find creative ways to train. And some things training, no matter how much you train, you're still not gonna. There's still gonna be a scenario out there that you didn't train for. No matter how much you train, there's gonna be some scenario that, oh shit, I didn't think about it.
Absolutely.
And we got a scenario machine. I mean, you can pull it up full projector. Whatever you say or do, it responds to your commands or your reactions and changes accordingly. So we have that. But all departments don't have that. So it just depends on what part of the country you are, and how big the department is, and how much funding you have for training.
And you're absolutely right. You could train for like so many things. Like you could take that thing and do every single training you can think of, and then one day you're on the street and you're like, "Holy fuck! I never thought of anything like this shit. Like I never seen any shit like this
Just
before."
like let me give you an example. Nobody that I know of in my department or in any neighboring departments could train for something like Die Hard, where somebody takes over a damn building, does all that shit. You try to come there and they're sending rocket launchers there. I mean, that's a far-fetched example.
Yeah.
But nobody can train for that shit. I mean, maybe LAPD or the New York SWAT or something like that. Not here where we at. Sorry.
Poe sent a $2 super chat. Thank you, Poe. Super sticker very much. They shot Breonna Taylor in her own home. That is correct. And that situation is really fucked up as well. Flash said apparently she was in a foster home. I didn't know she was in a foster home. Yeah. But bullets are expensive, yes. Buckshots and slots and maybe Home Depot to my new paint drywall for my house afterwards. Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead, guys.
Like I just saw there's their extended version of it because apparently they came up with a new one
the whole thing just
recently, and you see the police officer clearly states get down multiple times. She doesn't listen, and not only that, the girl in pink later went to the police officer and said, "Yeah, she was after me and she was gonna stab me." It was saying this to a different police officer, and he defended me. He took her down.
Oh, that was the video for what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it was a full one. Okay.
Yeah, it was like they showed the body cams of the other officers that arrived at the scene after. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's sad.
Because this one I was going for, which was Breonna Taylor getting shot at her home, which I was going to say is a fucked up situation too, right? Because that situation was a no knock warrant. So you're sleeping and people kick down your door. They don't say they are police officers, right? You may not be what's the word I'm looking for? You may not be the citizen that's doing right. You know what I mean? You may have a little black in your background. You know what I mean? You may be doing some certain things. So now when you're sleeping and someone kicks down your door, they came downstairs with the guns. They see a bunch of people. They start shooting, and then the cops shoot back. The issue with that was, again, and that's why I think that they're really trying to stop the no-knock warrants, is because the cops didn't acknowledge that they were cops when they got into the house. You know what I mean? And
right,
like if you're in like America, everybody has fucking guns. So you have to understand this when, you know what I mean, when you're doing stuff like that.
I'll tell you one thing. If I was in the States, breaking into a home would not be one of the things I would do. It's just fucking crazy, man.
And that's why we have him, baby. That's why we're now.
But it's crazy, man.
I'm proud of that.
That's cool that you are, man. But look at the amount of freaking mass shootings you've had in that country.
Absolutely. 100%.
And you guys you can tell me that there's no gun problem in the United States of America. I'm sorry. If you do not believe that,
well,
no, I agree with you.
You gave an example, like you just said. I will not break into a house, and that's a deterrent.
You are correct, but
you know what I'm saying?
But the reason why you guys have so many shootings with guns and stuff like that is because you guys have the most fucking guns on the street.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the opposite side, man. I'm all about the Second Amendment, and I'm all about
it ain't necessarily all that. It's damn fucking crazy addictions and shit.
What did you say?
Yeah. No. You think it has a lot to do with the addictions, Danny?
Oh, addictions?
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, like drug addictions.
People getting stuck. There's some of that, but a lot of it is people are getting addicted to these drugs. Mm-hmm. They want their fix, so it's easy to grab a gun and do whatever they're gonna do, or break into a house. Or right now, where I'm at is catalytic converters. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm. Yep, on the muffler.
They got platinum.
Very expensive.
So people are cutting these catalytic converters off of cars and sell them like crazy. Just today, I was shown that somebody that owns a junkyard had over 300, maybe 300, 400 cars, something like that, legally. He cut the catalytic converters off, went to this place in a different state, and got $21,000 for the catalytic converters in his cars. All legal.
Because I think there's gold in there, or
platinum. Platinum's in there.
Platinum's in there.
Oh, there's platinum in it.
Yep.
Oh,
God damn, can make myself a chain.
Well, they used to break into people's houses and take the
Making
copper
me want.
pipes out and shit, copper pipes and all that, and trade it in for metal too.
That shit making me want to go check out some of these cars now.
Oh,
Underneath the car. I got
Get
platinum
your
in this
hacksaw
motherfucker.
going. Get the hacksaw going.
I wouldn't even know where to look.
It's just nuts.
It's crazy.
Hey,
man.
I'm at. It's like, hey, you're
Crazy
out of
world.
work, man. You know. Just,
I can tell you what, if you can start
a hacksaw.
buying silver, I'd buy silver because that's making a comeback.
Yeah, silver and gold. Yeah, yep. You got to get it from the right source, though. You can't just, you know what I mean. You got to make sure.
Yeah.
I heard silver more so than gold now.
Yeah.
Silver's more than gold, really?
I heard silver more so now than gold.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I kind of heard. Yeah, I think so too. I heard that too.
All right. LDG wants the link. Let me just
I don't know how much a bar of silver costs. Probably more money than I got.
Let's go kill some vampires. Werewolves, actually.
Hey, man, the zombie apocalypse is coming anyway, so you guys better get your silver.
Yeah, it's only effective when the 5G network comes into effect, Ansel.
Oh my God, I heard that.
Posted they're stealing catalytic converters like crazy here in Atlanta a few years ago. Now it's rims off of cars. No, there ain't no rims off of cars. It's these suckers that are going to go to these pay monthly for rims, and when they miss a monthly payment, them suckers damn take the rims and tires off their car. I see that shit all the time here, boy. Who the
Man, I remember
buy here? How the hell you gonna rent rims?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They do it like crazy here, boy. If you ever next time I see, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you. You see a car on the side of the road, man, all four tires going, what the hell? Oh, I know what happened. That sucker ain't pay his damn rent. And they must have got some kind of tracking device or something on them. Man, you see cars on the foot on damn
cinder blocks.
Like, damn. Now that's cold. And I have seen some on the ground. Leave
What up, Al?
it on the ground.
What's up, LDG?
Sounds like pimping. Man.
What's going on, guys?
Hold on
Fire,
before you say anything. Yo, you changed the fire, LDG. Very nice. I like that.
What's up, man? I'm doing little upgrades here.
I like
What's
that.
going on? What's going on?
Roberto, tell them what the rims you used to have on the Mustang.
You know, it was funny because some guy called me up, told me, yeah, I picked up these rims with a blank credit card. They were $1,200, $1,400. I'll give it to you for $400. I was like, oh, okay. I put these rims on my car, and I had guys in Porsches and all these exotic cars stopping me. Yo, where'd you get these rims? And I'm like, I paid $4 for them. Like, for me, they were nothing. I don't know where they were from, but for whatever reason, it made my car from night to day.
They were fire, bro.
Sick.
Had gold in them, right? If I'm not mistaken.
They were like a polish. They had a glow to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if I drove them in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it almost like it had a halo around them because they were so polished.
They were fire, bro. What happened to that car was
like a pearlescent.
Were they hot?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
But all good things come to an end, right?
Oh yeah, if you paid $400 for them, Danny, they were definitely hot.
Wait, I'm sorry, Roberto. Did you say they were spinning? They weren't spinning.
No
No.
spinners.
There wasn't no halo.
No, Danny, they weren't stolen. I got a good deal on them.
No, I didn't say you steal them. I'm asking. Now,
Spinners
in
were-
hindsight, do you think they were hot?
For
They look hot on my car.
Unfortunately, here the spinners were illegal.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were
You
hot.
weren't riding spinners.
Really?
Yeah,
Spinners were
spinners
illegal?
Damn, man.
Yeah, they were only supposed to be allowed in car shows.
Man,
Pull
y'all
to the light.
wait.
Maybe
No,
that's
wait,
why you
wait.
saw so little of them.
Y'all wait the next month. I got to go work at a certain beach, and these cars They have like a Lexus SUV on. I say it must be 55-inch wagon wheels. I don't know how the hell they put them on the car. I'll take pictures of them, show it to you. I never seen that.
55-inch wheels.
Look like wagon wheels.
The
car be so high. It be so high, man. It looked like you could damn put Clydesdales on them and pull the damn car.
How do they get in?
It's a monster truck. It looked like a monster truck, like fucking Grave Digger and shit. Oh
no, it's a damn. It ain't the big monster tires. It's the big ass rim and tire. It'd be like that much tire and fucking that much damn rim. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I know it. I know the ride is rough, but I'm gonna take pictures. I'll send them to you. It is crazy.
That is crazy. It wasn't cars with hydraulics illegal here too? Is it still illegal here?
God.
Hydraulics,
yeah, like those low riders and
because there's a few SUVs. I forgot what brands that actually do have hydraulics because they can elevate and descend to a different height. I think those are fine.
It's like California.
Actually, that's a good question.
I'm talking about.
I'll find out.
I'm talking about, and I'm gonna get canceled for this. I know I'm gonna cancel for this, but I'm talking about the Chico's cars, the lowriders, where they're bouncing and shit.
But you only can really do that when you're stop or low speed, right?
What's that, Roberto?
You can only really pop and do that stuff when you're stopped or at low speed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know what? I've seen these guys. Where did I see them? They were at La Ronde. There's a little crew of these guys that do that to their cars here in Montreal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I see them downtown every now and then. You know what I mean? The road, or if you go to the Orange Julep,
you can have them.
Yeah,
you can have them. The only thing is that some insurance companies won't cover you because you're self-modifying the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're legal. What's up,
Even
LVG?
Even though putting yourself in the car is self-modifying the car. But yeah, in Florida they had a push to get rid of people who were doing lowriders. So you know what they did? They made the speed bumps like 5 feet high.
Oh yeah,
at like 7-Eleven. I'm not talking about your high class, super rich neighborhood. I'm talking about like off of the main road going to the gas station. Huge ass freaking, huge.
Well, it's usually in the low. That's where all these guys get those cars, anyways. You know what I mean? In the rich neighborhood, they ain't driving those low rider cars. They're driving.
No, they're not.
Bentleys and shit.
You know what blows my mind? This is going to be. I'm sorry for saying this.
Yeah, go ahead.
It ticks me off when the car is nicer than the home.
Yeah,
Oh,
can't do it, man.
I don't know. I don't understand that. When you spend $1,400, $1,500, $2,000 for rims, and you live in a single wide that holds people down.
Welcome to Florida.
That blows my mind.
Or the car's cleaner, and you go into the person's house and they're like friggin' pigs.
Yeah.
Like
70% of the houses in my neighborhood, the cars are nicer than the house.
The car should be worth 10% of the house. I think they say that's like a good average, something like that.
That makes sense. But if you're, because I know a friend, I know a friend, man. He pulls up, hey, man, just bought a new car, blah 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 blah, but still living with his grandma and shit.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Let me tell you, I'm 50. I just bought my first brand new car like a year ago. When I say brand new, like 12 miles on it.
Yeah.
First time. So I'm the used car king, buddy.
Well, my dad always.
You got people like me that soup up their computer more than their car. I had hydraulics on my freaking computer.
Danny, why did you decide to change, Danny? Why did you decide just to?
It's called wifey.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because I know you probably would have been like, "Yeah, I'm getting another used car, man." I'm the same way, dude.
It's called the wifey effect.
Go ahead,
my dad would buy a car, and the neighbors would go, "Oh," because my dad's name is Jesus, right? And he goes, "Oh, Jesus, you got a brand new car," and he goes, "Yeah, brand new, secondhand."
Wow.
Hey, I got lucky when I got my son his car. It was a used car, but it only had like 4,700 clicks on it.
That's good.
Yeah, man. It was 2018 car. Mazda 3. So,
Okay,
and it's
the
funny.
hatchback.
Yeah.
The hatchback or the sedan?
No, the sedan one.
Okay.
But it was
Only thing I
funny,
bought-
right? No, sorry, the hunchback one. I'm sorry. But the funny thing was, right, when we first went, we had to fill out the paperwork and everything. And for some reason, she was like, "Oh, well, you know, the place is taking long, so you guys can come back tomorrow." And we had another car picked out. Had a lot more mileage on it too. But then when we went back, they were like, "Oh, we sold the car." Like, what the fuck do you mean you sold the car? Like, we weren't, you know what I mean? This was the car we were looking for, blah, blah, this and that. And it had low mileage to it. It maybe had like 10,000 clicks on it, right? So then she was like, "Oh, well, you guys can look around." And I looked at him. I'm like, "What do you want to do?" So I looked around, and we saw the Mazda 3, and then we looked at the fucking mileage and was like, "Okay, yeah, that's the one."
Mileage can be deceiving though. Like it could be highway miles. It could be
Could be rolled back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could roll it back.
Yep. What did they change in that 100,000 miles? Did they change the tires? Did they change the oil?
Well, we got this thing called CarMax. I don't know if you're getting Canada.
Oh yeah, Carfax.
Yeah, we have it.
It tells everything.
The history of the
Like,
car.
and they guarantee it.
Really? I should have checked that out. But we went to an inspector, went to like Canadian Tire to get it inspected, and everything seemed like it was working fine. So like the inspection was really good. So I was like, okay.
It's a good little car.
LDG, did you have anything you wanted to get off your chest, brother?
Oh, I'm going to be taking a few things off my chest here soon. But yeah, here tonight, man, you guys pretty much nailed it. I did want to knock on the point because it was kind of related to what I'm going through right now. And that is, I know you guys were talking about whoever that guy was who got caught with the 13-year-old or whatever.
Oh, EDP.
But yeah, but not about the fact that, you know, what he did. It's just the fact that you got shady ass fucking channels out there. He's not the only one, and I'm dealing with a few myself right now that are JW crying cancer culture on my ass, and they straight up attacked me last week on 2 separate channels. The only problem is they don't realize they fucked with the wrong nerd. I got all the receipts. I'm gonna put that shit on my show here soon. But I'm just sick and tired of it. When I came to YouTube, I didn't realize, man, you know, you got everybody saying, "Oh, you know, community this and you know, group togetherness that, and you know, channels loving each other." But you got some fake ass motherfuckers out there, and there are channels that you watch, there are channels that you know, and being a channel host myself, and I guess I could speak for a number of you guys. I know Anzo has you know, come up with this himself. A few of you realize that not all the channels out there are legit, straight up real people. They might not get stuck with 13-year-olds, but they fake as shit, and pulling games and only care about fucking their clicks and shit, even though they say they don't. And it's bigger than just this one guy who got caught. And I've had enough, so I will be handling it my way. But that's basically all I want to get off my chest for now, without striking the algorithm or anything like that.
That's what you're here for. First off, I want to say thank you, Nindroid. Second off, that's why I said at the beginning, like, if you watch when I was talking my shit, man, like I said, you've been, Danny can tell you, Gaishka can tell you, I can tell you, Josh can tell you, like, there's so many people that we hang with in our community that you have helped. So fuck those people.
I'm yet to use you, but I will be soon.
I'm like duct tape. I'm like duct tape, brother. I'm good on anything. You know what I mean? Just hit me up, and that's what I do, man. You got computer issues? Hit me up. Absolutely. You own a Mac? Oh God, please hit me up. You need any graphic work done or anything like that? Hit me up. You know, I started my channels for, you know, to change the world before I reset. That's the reason why I'm here. That's the only reason why I'm here.
And I will say this: I will not let you do any more free work, bro. Even if it's just a little something, man, for real. Because I've watched you take your time off of your real work and help somebody. Like, come on, guys. If you guys can drop even a fucking $10 or $20 on him for that, at least do that, you know. Because, and I completely forgot to say at the beginning, but we have all saved so much money going to you instead of having to go to someone else. So it's okay for for you guys to drop him a little funds, man.
You know, and as much as that's helpful, like I said, that's not what I'm doing this for.
See, I told you he was going to say that.
Save people.
Didn't I say that at the beginning? I said LDG was going to say that.
You know, I mean, it got rough with COVID and everything. You know, and everyone's got it's rough for everybody.
Jason.
I'm not going to sit here and say it's just rough for me. I mean, even though it is rough for me, it's rough for all of us.
Absolutely.
You know, and we do need to pull together, and that's why I do enjoy the relationships on YouTube that do mean something to me. Because I'll tell you right now, compared to a year ago when I first came on the scene, that list of people has diminished greatly.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I understand. And you know what? Who cares? Because you know who the real ones are. The fake ones will leave and the real ones will stay. You know what I mean? And I can't. Did you see Roberto's face when he saw the intro, bro?
Man, I put a lot of love into that intro, man. Even Anzo was there watching too, and I'm usually not one to have people like watch like 24/7, but I do the back room. You guys know I do the backroom stage, the backstage. So anyone's welcome, including anyone viewing at home, guys. Follow me on Twitter at LDG Pixels or my new Twitter at Geeks Enjoy. I do the backstage pass. You're all welcome to hang out. You can pop in, chill. Matter of fact, I got the backstage pimping right now, watching the O.O.C. We hang out and chill. So I was working the last 2 days. I put a lot of work into the intro. I really wanted to get it done for this show, man, and it just came out really good, man. Even I was like, oh my Lord, it's looking good.
And thank you for punching up my song, man. It sounds way better. You know what I mean? So
not a problem, brother. Hey, you got a good voice, man. I didn't have to do much.
Thanks.
Didn't have to do much. I liked it when you popped up too, mom, and then you like over. I was like, hell yeah, man,
Danny,
kicking it.
You want to give them a premiere of your shit? Let them hear your shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you have it on there? I have it. If it's all right.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have it on my StreamYard.
I have it on my phone too, but I'll play it on my phone.
He's got too many Phantom Zones taking up all this god freaking space.
I have way too many. Like I have to go to a whole new brand if I wanna do that. Where did you send it? You sent it to me in Gaishka, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I will find that here.
I think I'm gonna get trademark. I'm pretty sure the second I play, I can be like, oh, you trademark.
You mean copyright claim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one for the Drake at the beginning, but like I said, I like it, so I'm gonna think about until whatever it is. What it is? Yo, guys, yeah. I'm gonna play this one for you guys. This is gonna be Danny. This is gonna be our intro for the Rule of Three with a side of Tabasco. Hope you guys like it. I know I do.
The Basco.
All right. Let me tell you about my show. Wednesday nights. And here we go.
Rocket.
It's the Rule of Three with the touch of Basco. And like the Joker says, and here we go. It's Wednesday night and it's 9 o'clock. Click on the thumbnail, it's about to get hot. We get 3 different questions in only 3 minutes. It ain't for the scared, it ain't for the timid. Some will like us and some just don't. A lot will back us and some just won't. It don't matter with the Chaos crew. We specialize in making things do what they do. So sit back, chill, and enjoy the show with me, Chris Guy Scar, and Unzo. Fire. Peace. 9 o'clock. Wednesday nights. Don't miss it. Check us out.
That's it, guys. That is going to be the new intro for the Rule of Three.
Awesome.
Danny,
Nice.
Danny, I was like, shit, Danny, you're going to have to do one for all of our shows. Danny was like, man, it took me like a month to do that.
No. My brain was smoking to come up with that. I don't see how these guys write that shit.
Yeah, that was well done, man. You see me? I could probably sit down and try and write something and still wouldn't come up that good. So I don't even bother try. Roberto's brother used to have skills though. Was really good on the mic. Yeah, his brother was really good.
Do you have an instrumental beat to that one your cousin got? The one that you play on the other show?
No, I don't. but I'm pretty sure LDG could remove the vocals from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it in a virtual DJ. You can just take out the vocals.
Yeah, but by using the mids, right?
If I get the instrumental to that, I might do one for you. I can't guarantee how long it'll take.
Oh, okay. All right. I could do with that. Well, we are going on 2 hours and 30 minutes. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about? Cricket.
Dry, yo.
No.
Crickets.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh crap! And I had them ready too. My fault. Whoops. There we go. There you go.
I'm gonna do something. We gotta do
Mortal
something real
Kombat.
fresh with that.
This Mortal Kombat this Friday, guys. Watch party. Anzo and I are both doing it, and we're going to be hitting up the round table. I think we have to decide. I was going to talk to you guys about that tomorrow when you wanted to do it. When everybody can make it, we'll do the round table because Friday.
I heard it's
night,
shit.
man.
Yeah, Anzo.
I have this friend on Facebook said it was shit.
Anzo.
I wonder who that was.
I appreciate
it's going to be a little bit of both, man.
It is. Go ahead, Danny. Hold on. First off, Danny has something to say real quick. Danny, what did you say you had to say?
I'm pissed off because I was looking all fucking day to see the doggone Venom 2 trailer drop and it ain't dropped.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. It was a troll. Danny
was all freaking excited, man. Even did a live stream yesterday.
Is there 2 Shang-Chi trailers? There's another one I heard that's extended.
I think I need to get something off my chest.
Okay.
Danny went on, did a live stream. You know, Danny was all cool and shit. Right? So I see a comment in there and it's like, oh, Danny, you're my favorite from Rob Storms. I'm like, oh, no problem. Then I see this guy over here, not Roberto, the one on the other side. He's like, me too. I was like, what the fuck?
That is right, guys.
I was like, motherfucker, I brought your ass into this shit, and you like fucking Danny? I was like, all right. So if anybody out there will be an opening on the O.O.C. come next week. I'll be doing trials for the rest of the week.
I'm gonna have to edit the intro. Damn it! Oh man, fuck! I just made it. It's nice and shiny. Now I gotta.
Yeah. Well, you kept the project file, so it's easy snip and snip.
LDG, just take that part and send it my way. My part.
Oh shit!
Let me clear my tears.
You know what? At the end of the day, joking around, Danny is a great guy, man. And like I said, I wouldn't. Danny started this. Like, look at this panel. Danny started this. Okay, because of me. Danny let me on. Then I was able to let these guys on, and I was able to meet LDG. I was able to meet Josh. So Danny started this. So yeah, Danny's my favorite too. And I will never say that again, Danny.
I can clip it.
Hey man, and I can say it brought us back together, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You know what I mean? Even Roberto, me and him worked. How many places we worked together, Roberto?
2 or 3.
Oh, way more than that.
No way. I'm going after Saitel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Saitel.
So I would say a good 4 or 5 places.
Yeah, we worked at a lot of places together, and yes.
I'm about to share this.
All right, no problem.
You about to remote phantom? You about to remote phantom zone? Is that what this is?
Here's a clip. I guarantee.
Oh my god! Fine. Now you must have found like.
Oh, it went back up to 68%.
Nice.
It's still no audience score yet. Ain't nobody seen that. Said fuck that shit.
Yeah, Anzo, I was gonna say I appreciate the link, man. I didn't have the heart to watch. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait, man.
No, that was me. I sent the link.
This quality. Oh, you sent the link? I'm sorry. Gashkar, thank you. But yeah, man, I was looking at it. I was like, I'll just wait. I'll be patient, man.
No, it's no problem. But if you want, you can go watch the first 7 minutes online. The first 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't surprised. I was like, I knew that would happen.
That ain't nothing but like crack tease. That's all that shit is.
No, it ain't because no.
8 minutes.
Yeah, what you can't say that shit wasn't fire because Scorpion's actually
no, spoilers.
Scorpion's I'm not spoiling anything.
You're not gonna spoil it. No.
It's already out. Like what the hell? It tells you, it gives you a glimpse of what Scorpion.
Hey. I was watching, then get into that shit, and next thing you know, they start playing old crazy music. Dun, 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 what the fuck?
I don't like the music. I am not a fan of the soundtrack so far. I will say that shit has me pissed off. I might even, because I was thinking before I do the watch party, I was gonna go ahead and just replay the first Mortal Kombat, but I was also thinking of playing the original OG soundtrack. Just to get me pumped, because that OG soundtrack, it's off the chain. But what I've heard from the new Mortal Kombat is so soft. It is so soft. I don't care how much reverb they put on that shit or thump. It just sounds so soft. But that opening trailer with the Sub-Zero, because a lot of people thought Sub-Zero was a good guy and Scorpion was the hell incarnate. But Scorpion's the one who went through a lot of pain and suffering.
Yeah.
And Sub-Zero was the cause of it all. And this shines light of Scorpion in a way even the first 2 movies didn't do. And I kind of like that. I like where they're going with that. I don't care if they turned it into interdimensional, kill the man with the tattoo. I want to see where they go with the whole deep details of the plot of Sub-Zero and Scorpion, because they're the 2 main characters in Mortal Kombat. What they do with this Johnny Cage woke cold young crap is gonna be a hard pill to swallow, but the fight scenes are gonna be off the chain, and I'm hoping.
I got plenty of water.
I can't wait to see what they do with Goro too, because the one thing that I was kind of disappointed in the first Mortal Kombat was Goro was kind of too puppety. Like the fight scene between, he looks so much better. I'm hoping they interact better with the fight, with the CGI they have today. I can't wait. I'm pumped, man. We're gonna have some fun. So make sure you check us out
on the first one.
No, he was a puppet.
No, he was like a 9-man puppet.
Yeah.
That was the most expensive thing in the movie. It was $1 million.
No.
Yeah. $1 million puppet.
Yep. And then that scene where he's falling after Johnny Cage kicks him, they had him in the green screen and they had like 8 people doing the stupid knees and arms and all that shit.
That was so long ago. I only watched it once, I think.
Well, I still think this original's better, but that's just me. I think it's just because I'm hating on it. But
I always
the fight scenes are going to be good.
I always have fun laughing at Annihilation. It's a good movie to make fun of.
Annihilation was a piece of shit, dude.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
It's like Dragon Ball Evolution.
It's a good
but I do hope
it's a good comedy.
I do hope Shang Tsung does his fatality better. Or, that's one thing I didn't like in the first one either, that Shang Tsung really didn't do a good take your soul. And I'm hoping we see that in this movie, like a Shang Tsung to the max. So we'll see what happens.
I disagree, man. Kerry Tagawa invented that, elevated that character.
Danny got his crossed.
You know what the 7 first minutes of the movie remind me of? A Return of the Ninja.
Return of the Ninja. I don't
Dude,
remember.
Anzo, we watched that movie so many freaking times together, man.
I don't remember it.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Can I ask you, were you smoking 9 pounds of pop before you watched it? Maybe that's why he doesn't remember.
Return of the Ninja.
Yes, man. Well, I forgot the main actor. He was very famous at the time for making ninja movies.
The Japanese guy. Whatever. The guy that played Shogun. Suzuki?
Yeah, I think you're right. Return. I actually have the DVD. Return.
I think it's Suzuki, the guy that played the Master.
Let's see a video game here.
I'm praying that Anzo watch party is so successful and he get like another 1,000 subs because of that.
1983, that movie came out.
Okay. Danny, it's my turn. Okay.
Oh yeah,
You just said that now you're doing it together. That's why I said that.
Well, we're doing it on each other's. He's doing his, I'm doing mine, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, I hope both of you, but I really hope his is successful. Like go through the moon successful.
Yes, I remember this.
See what you say then.
Yeah, this movie was badass. I remember this movie.
Yeah, I just sent the link for everybody else inside the private chat for shit.
Okay.
Man, we watched this movie like I don't know how many times. Shokozu, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Shokozuki. Yeah.
I remember him because he used to be the bad guy on The Master.
Yeah, and he's the one that used to do all the little kung fu movies back in the day.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Cole Young won't be terrible. It's an adaptation of a story. It's not a complete, accurate story, which I'm fine with. No, Cole Young will not be okay. Cole Young does way too much shit in this movie that he should not be fucking doing. Sorry.
So let me ask,
the entire movie.
Is this canon or this gonna be kind of like an Elseworld type?
No, it's canon to the movie.
It's reboot.
Yeah.
This is not
canon to the movies.
So I'm saying Cole Young is now canon.
Well, not
Cole Young is now canon for the. Well, you know what's going to happen is they're going to have a Cole Young DLC. Cole Young's coming.
Do you think that they're going to insert him into the next Mortal Kombat game?
Yes, of course. They have to. They have no choice.
I would say yes, but I'm not 100% sure that NetherRealm has much to do with the movie. I think they sold the rights and Warner Brothers could do whatever they want to. I'm not 100% sure. But if they do have a say in it, like if they had something to do with the production of the movie, then absolutely he will be one. But I'm not sure how much say they have. But yeah.
They put in Terminator in Mortal Kombat games. So you're going to have a Cole Young DLC.
Well,
it's just
it could be.
That. Whether he's a playable character in the first person storyline, then I can agree with Hanzo. But him being in the game at all, definitely, at least minimum DLC character. Absolutely, can totally see that.
I am extremely pre-annoyed. That is right. I am extremely pre-ignored with this movie. But again, like I said, I've seen it. The fighting scenes are fire. But it is what it is. And yeah, like I said, we will be closing it up now, guys, because I believe anybody else have anything else?
I'm good.
I think my chest is clear.
All right. Because we're almost at the 3-hour mark. It was a great show, guys. I do appreciate it.
By flying.
It did. And we had a few people watching, man. They were in there, so you guys were picking up.
30
once
at
again,
one point? I think after
that douchebag goes to jail, maybe 2 million people will be out there looking for new content. So
looking for new content.
Yeah, baby.
Real content.
About your new project, Hanzo?
What's that? No, I didn't talk to these guys yet, so I'm going to talk to them and the stream is done to see how that's going to go. We'll talk about that. But with that being said, guys, go around the panel so you can talk about your channels. Josh.
Movie Aficionados. Love you 3000. Movie news and reviews. Facebook and YouTube.
Excellent. Danny Graham.
Danny Graham, aka Comment Chat. Check me out on Monday nights on the Chaotic Conversation. Saturdays whenever I'm not working on Square One. This Sunday, 8:30 p.m. the last show, roundtable of Falcon Winter Soldier. Comes on tomorrow night, our time, which is 3 a.m. Make sure you catch it. If you're early bird or insomniac, which I'm not, I'm part of the early bird thing. Also, in addition, Mortal Kombat comes out, and also the next episode of Invincible. So a lot of stuff to chop up and talk about. So please stay tuned with us.
Absolutely. Next on the list, LDG.
What's going on, guys? LDG here, also AKA Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica. You can follow me on my YouTube support channel, LDG Pixels, for free tech support, graphics, video, audio, name it. Yeah, I do it. And on Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, we hang out, entertainment channel. We do the waiting room where I let you know who's streaming, who's streamed, who's going to stream. We do open watch parties, open topics, open panels, and soon to expand to the website soon. You can follow me on @LDG on Twitter. I'm sorry, @LDG Pixels on Twitter Twitter, and at Geeks and Joy on Twitter too to get the latest notifications and whatnot. And in the backstage, we do offline community hangout up to now that I've learned how to merge across the streams, we can have up to 30 people in an offline StreamYard talking, chilling, hanging out, doing whatever, guys. So thanks for having me, guys, tonight. Awesome. And yeah, rock and roll, man. Let's have some fun.
We should do that one night. Just have a stream of fucking 30 people in there.
30 people, bro.
He's like, hell no. Next up, Basco Scenario. What is up, brother?
Well, Basco Scenario, dropping some reviews. I'm going to be dropping some more content hopefully with the next week. I was planning of actually doing my show this week, but because of work and stuff, I had to put it on hold. But it is coming. Like I said earlier, you can catch me on all the Chaos Central related shows with Danny, Chris, Anzo, LDG's on there too. Catch me here on Wednesdays on the O.O.C. And like Danny said, please tune in on Sunday for that final roundtable episode. I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about. And again, a lot of shows coming out tomorrow and Friday. So a lot to talk about.
It's good that we're getting some content, man. It's really good that we're getting a lot of content right now. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot to talk about for the next week. Last but not least, co-host Roberto.
I see Maz Mama Bear sharing some love. I'm going to get LDG to add some sound effects to the love she's sharing. Please, por favor. You know, I'm going to have to incorporate some, like, killer crickets in my intro to my show or something.
Yeah, for real.
Right?
Yeah,
the locusts attacking.
So you see that, LDG? You have two people on this panel right now that you're gonna have to make intros for.
I'm down, man. I'm glad to see my art's taking lift because you know, everybody's got their own style, and like you've seen, you know, how I do things. I like to think that you know, I'm putting together some real cool art here, man. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad everyone's enjoying it, and yeah, bring it.
You know, I'm coming in the backstage for that, right? You know, I'm coming in the backstage for that. What you got going on back there? You know, I'm coming in.
Oh, you like that?
Right? Yeah, that is correct. And
much love to the commentary. Without you, we ain't jack.
Facts to all you in the chat. Poe, thank you for coming again. You know, you're always welcome. Caleb, Mads, Austinator, you're always putting the links in the chat. You have been on point with that shit. Much love. And again, I'm going to close it out with this badass intro that LDG made. I can tell you this, when I was done, I was like, yo,
the outro is going to make is going to be even better.
That is correct. That is correct. I don't want to push it for an outro quite yet. I don't want to push it for an outro.
LDG Production.
And that's what another thing I was gonna say. Thanks for reminding me. I was like this community, like we should all like have some sort of intro from LDG, man, for real, because he's putting in the work, man. You know what I mean? I'm watching him, and he's like, okay, wait, hold on, let me correct this, let me update this, let me do this.
It would be my pleasure to have LDG touch my shit, yo, and I mean that in the most righteous way.
Absolutely. I just got that.
I want to see what Max is going to
say. I just got that.
I saw his reaction. I'm like, ooh.
Let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real. Come on, get your heads out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it up with Josh one more time, and then I'm gonna put in that fire intro. I think we got two really good fucking songs for the show, man. So here we go, guys. Again, much appreciated. Much love. Peace.
O.O.C. doing it for you every Wednesday, teaching you the knowledge and lesson just like a sensei. You can't even tell me that you can't comprehend it. Spitting the fire and it's muy caliente. Me, Roberto, Geishka, and Anzo, cutting with Valerian steel just like Jon Snow. Now we don't hesitate, yo, we do it pronto. Hit you with that 1-2 punch just like a combo. O.O.C. is flawless, get over here, finish him. Flow is lava hopper, so cold obsidian. Bringing you the cold hard facts and opinions. See your ass 10 p.m. post meridian. Ah!